Yep. Yep. I didn't want it to come to this, but there's no getting around it. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence podcast. And I promise you, I did not want it to get to this. You see, whole time, gotten on this platform and I talked about the problems in the community. And then when the question is asked, well, how did we get here? Where did it originate from? Because I think that's important information to find out, okay, there's a problem. How did it start? Okay, can we go back to where it started and identify the problem and see if we can fix it? That's where the problem lies because, people, they want to admit that, they were part of the problem. So now fast forward, some 50 plus years later, the result is what you see on the screen. And now that's a problem. But last show, I spoke on what the issues were. Last show, I pulled up some facts. And what you see here is, and I picked this picture. I don't know anybody in this picture. I just, I like to pick pictures that are relevant to what I'm about to talk about. And see this sister on the left? What do we know when you point the finger at somebody? There's 3 fingers on that same hand pointing back at you. And what was exposed was these women were doing what these brothers, that they claim that these brothers are doing now. These women have been doing it for decades. And we had proof. So I'm curious to see what the next move is in an attempt to tear black men down, because that's what this is. Let me say what's up to the family in the building. My uncle, Dre Finest in the building. Rod Nail, the village brother. Trell, salute, brother. Good to see you. Antonio MMA. Speed Demon Track and Field, salute, man. Nah, it's all good, brother. That's why we got replays. It's all good, brother. It's all good, brother. Glad you made it, though. Philip D, salute. Cop Killer. DS. Gerard, Harlem in the building. Love is a word. No smoke. Salute, bro. Jay, smash the like button on the way in. We're going to have a special guest come in a minute because it's actually relevant to what we're talking about here. Now, you have a black woman with a bonnet on her head with a black man and an Asian woman. Now, Growth, what up, man? No doubt, man. Salute, man. Good to see you. Now, for those of you that don't know what's been happening is, and I've mentioned it on this show several times, what's been happening is that there's been an abundance of black men exploring their options, and they're not limiting themselves to the states, their countries of origin, the United States, some from the UK, black brothers from the UK. Y'all must have forgot, salute. And what they're doing now is they are exercising their constitutional right, their rights as free black men. Anthony Bolton, salute. And I was listening, and let me tell you something. I'm going to give credit where all it's due. Because a lot of my talking points, I like to hear it from other people because it's further proof that I'm not crazy. For most of you in this chat, y'all all know Kevin Samuels. Y'all all know MTR, Poor Man Podcast, Dennis Sperling. Let me tell you something, man. I know I'm not crazy. Because everything, when I found their channels, I just found it. I didn't even know that thing had a name. What do they call it? Red pill or manosphere? I didn't even know it had a name. I just gravitated towards those brothers because I was like, I say and think the same thing. And it's refreshing to hear it. And right on time. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Oh, madness. Just, Friday. What's up? What are we
Yeah, we
talking about
chill.
today?
We just started. We just started. I'm giving the audience a brief background of how we got here. So basically, what I
I'm
was
addicted.
explaining to the audience is I can't speak for every ethnicity. I can talk about Black men and how we got here. Basically, Black men, what we've been doing, and I'm saying we because I'm an advocate for Black men, and I've watched this passport bros thing since its infancy. I want to say, well, it's been going on for a while now. And what happened was I noticed Black American women started taking offense to what Black men are doing. And that's nothing new. That's nothing new. Listen, Black women since 1965 has been shaming us for a long time. If we don't take whatever they got to offer, they shame us. It's like, wow, you're a nice young lady, but I would like a woman with a fresh pair of ovaries. I would prefer to have a woman with no children. Oh, you must be gay and you hate your mother. I mean, this is the shit that they say to us. And I'm not saying all Black women. Let me be very clear. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But we have a serious issue in our community, and I speak on it every time I do this show. A lot of Black women will say, well, you Black niggas ain't shit. That's what they'll tell us. I'm like, wow. For a bunch of niggas that ain't shit, y'all saw us spitting out a lot of babies. And according to the math, 90% of the births out of wedlock in my community are only 16% of the men are responsible for that. Which means those women are picking wrong. Because there's more amount of men that are childless in the middle class or wealthy. 30% of those men are virgins. So how could this be? Black men's options are dwindling here. I'm not saying that there's no good Black women on the States. What I'm saying is what happened was these men started exercising their options, saying, look, we ain't got to restrict ourselves to our city or America. We can go to other countries and look for wives. Because in this country, it's sad to say, a strong Black woman, to some of these women that aren't thinking well, they think it's a high lip action, talk back, talk smack. I don't cook, I don't clean. Nicki Minaj and all these twerking ass chicks all over. That's not my mom. That's not how my aunts, my grandma. That's not how they grew up. These women are out of order. But it just so happens that a lot of them have become the majority, and it's sad. And those are the women that when they see these guys getting their passports and they're leaving the countries just to find wives, they're getting shamed for it. They say, oh, well, you're going to these countries and getting these women with grass skirts and seashells over their boobs with dirt floors and tin roofs, and they can't speak English. They don't know any better. And what happened was, see, we're cool, and I'm happily married. Let me say that. And I don't have those problems, but I do have friends. I have younger relatives. I have a nephew, and they got to deal with this shit. And then when they're asking questions, I have to tell them what I know. And what's been happening is they're shaming these brothers for leaving, right? And they're saying that they're getting these women that are uneducated. They don't speak English. They don't know any better. And what they've done is we can take being attacked. That was my point. But they crossed the line when they start attacking these women in these other countries that these guys are going to. And what we've been seeing lately is these women clapping back at black women. And what I've been telling the brothers is, please stay out of that, because they started this shit again. Again, this is equivalent, and almost every man in this chat can vouch for this. This is equivalent to you going out with a chick, and because of her big mouth, now you feel like you got to fucking fight 30 motherfuckers outside the club because of something she did, because she can't control her mouth. This is not our fight. So some brothers that don't know what's going on, let me play this to you. This is just one of the things that I've seen. Boom.
Stop talking about black men. They were like, leave our black men alone. So a lot of black women DM me and told me to stop talking about black men. They were like, leave our black men alone. They're ours. No one is interested marrying about Filipina. Well, the good news is I'm not here to listen to them, because the good news is a lot of Filipina are interested of marrying black men. That's right. So listen to me, Filipina ladies, okay? Black men are super interested marrying Filipina women, especially when you're a big Filipina. That's right. So if you're a big girl in the Philippines and think that no one wants to marry you, or you think that no one is attractive to you, don't worry, my friend, because black men or chocolate men love big girls. Why is that? Because big girls don't cry. And as far as I know, good black men have a reputation of being romantic, seductive, caring, loving, and sweet. That's right. That's how black men are to their women. Well, obviously not all, because I've seen it. So you big girls should marry black men, because you know why? We must keep our reputation in the Philippines. So you're probably talking about what reputation? Well, as we all know, Philippines is number one with everything. We're number one when it comes to talent, creativity, and beauty. That's one of the reasons why you should marry a black man, only if they're good. Because you know why? We want their gene. I mean, I'm talking about basketball, strong, singing, dancing, and most of all, boxing. I mean, many Filipinas, they marry white men because they want the beauty, and look how many crowns we get from beauty pageants. However, ladies, beauty will not last forever. Talents is what we need, because talents and creativity will last for a very long time. So, what are you waiting for, Filipina girls, especially the big girls? Marry a chocolate man now. Well, to be honest, guys, we Filipino.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Okay. All right. Rachel, your thoughts.
I mean, so I think it was a couple days ago, like Nonito was listening to your YouTube, right? And he was like, "Oh, there's this thing called Passport Boys or something." And so he, after he told me about it, I looked into it, and it was crazy because I felt personally attacked when there was these there, of course, like if you keep looking through her thing, you'll get other people that are responding to her and back and forth. And it was just crazy to me, like this mentality of stereotyping and just ignorance. Like we talked about this on our podcast a couple days ago. Is it ignorance, stereotyping, or racism at this point? And it's only because, first of all, the women that are saying this they're not well traveled. They're, apparently not very educated if they don't know that the women's is huge. One, I believe it's the number one country in Asia. That you can go there, Drew, or anyone in the chat can go there without me or Nonito, and you'll be absolutely fine because everyone speaks English. It's actually taught in our grade school. and a high percentage of them also speak Spanish because we were colonized by the Spaniards for hundreds of years. So a lot of them are trilingual as well. Um, but it was just, for me, like I was just like, how? Okay, at the very basis of it, you destroy a man's ego, and then you say, "We don't want you. Get the hell out." You kick him out the door, and when he goes to the next house, you're over there causing ruckus at that next house. You basically want these guys to castrate themselves because you honestly, I don't know what to say. Are they jealous that they're happy now? And it, like they're finding their happiness? Like, what the hell? It should listen, any of my exes that I kicked out, I can care less what they do.
Thank you. Thank you. You're having the last laugh right now. Why would you? Rachel, this is what we're dealing with here. I'm glad you see this. Now you see, coming from you, someone will attack you, but it's coming from me. I am pro-black, but I'll play a monkey video in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I'll call a nigga out on their bullshit in a heartbeat. I don't like dudes that destroy their community. Get them the hell out of here. All right. But these Trarell, this is Rachel Donaire. This is Nonito Donaire's wife. The brother in the chat asking.
Oh.
We black men, we're used to this. We're used to getting shamed. We're like, all right, these brothers are getting their passport and the sisters are mad. We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But what we did not see was the clapback. And it's not only from the Philippines. I saw some videos I wasn't able to grab, but there's African women clapping back at the African American women. So these sisters on our soil, they got a lot of beef that they started. They're talking about how they're overweight. Listen, man. I'm just telling you what is being said. They're overweight. They got weird colors in their hair, multiple children from multiple men outside of wedlock, and all kinds of shit that we've been talking about for years.
Mm-hmm.
But when being that we talk about it, they tell us that we're gay and we don't love our mothers, and we're marrying out because we're marrying women that we can control. No, that's not it. They have gotten away from who they were supposed to be. And that's what's being done. It's like they don't want to see a man happy at all.
No, you're supposed to castrate yourself.
We're supposed to castrate ourselves. We're supposed to be at their service.
Mm-hmm.
These women, there are women that gotten out. That we used to have a black matchmaker. I always forget her name. Philip D. What's her name? But she got out the business because she said black women in particular, their expectations of a man is too high. He has to be The Rock. The Rock is like 6'5". He got to be 6'5" with a six-pack and beyond 6 inches in the pants. And he has to have all the money in the world and all the time in the world for only her. He can't be cheating on her or nothing. And then you look at the chick, and she looks like Nell Carter. If y'all remember who the hell that is. She's short black chick, 300 pounds, 5'5", 300 pounds. But her hair's done though. And these are our options. I'm talking about the women with the biggest mouths. Now, I'm not saying this is all women, but the women with the big mouths, look at the women that are clapping at the foreign women. Look at them. Why is your hair the color of a pack of lifesavers? Why do you have a BBL? You have a tiny little waist, wide old hips, a big old ass, big old titties, and you don't work out. That's fake.
Well, Drew, on that one that you had, I can't remember his name, but the one I spent up all night watching those videos you told me to go watch. That whole channel. Yes. Oh my God. Like, I had Nonito listen to it while I was driving, and I kept replaying. I was like, listen to what she said. I'm like, basically what she is, no disrespect, but you, like in school, you got a, let's just say a 40% out of 100 on your test, but you feel like you deserve 100% and you're complaining about it now. Like you didn't put in the work. A lot of the women that were on that interview surprised me because instead of saying, yeah, you know what? I should be getting fit because of my health. They're saying, so what if I do plastic surgery? It's like, Jesus, you just want the easy and the short way in life. Like, that's not what
Yes.
it's about.
Yes.
There was like 5 of them that I watched. And they're like, so if I get plastic surgery, I'm like, okay, first of all, we're 260. I know you. The one of them might go. I started being really good at this because when he would ask their height and weight and their dress size, I was like, she's this, she's that. And there's one episode, one of them, he actually said, he's like, you lying, you about 250, but okay, you could say that you 220. I was like, I said she was 270, but like I'm like, holy cow, like they legit. She goes, well, what if I get plastic surgery? And he's like, no, because he is right. When you lose the weight, when you do it through plastic surgery, and I had an aunt by marriage that she had those gastric bypass surgeries where they like tie up your thing and you're not
Yeah.
supposed to anymore. Dude,
Yeah.
it didn't change her mindset. It didn't change her eating habits. She just kept trying to eat because that was her habit. That was her mentality.
That's right. That's
So
right.
all these things of trying to do the shortcut and then and expecting another person. So what I mean by that is, okay, so you let's take away the kids, but let's just say you're a high school dropout, you're doing eyebrows, I think one of them is, and that's all you're doing with your life, and you want some guy to pick up a tab and make 250,000. When she said that, I was kind of like cranking my head. I'm like, okay, you want him to do and provide so much more than you're providing for yourself, and be patient with you as you want to do your thing, but they're not going to be that patient one. Whereas for example, Nonito was a world champion when I met him, but he had $10,000 in the bank because he didn't know how to save. He didn't know how to budget correctly.
Right.
We lived in my mom's basement for 4 years until we saved enough money to purchase a condo. We couldn't afford a house yet. We still had to save.
Wow.
So
Wow.
if you're not willing to put in the time, that that hard grind, so both of you can rise together, you don't get to just grab someone who's put in that grind and then reap the benefits when you haven't done anything.
Stop right there real quick. Family,
Okay.
did y'all hear that? Y'all heard me say it takes a woman to make a stronger man. You heard what she just said? The women that we're talking about. How many of y'all, and I hate to say this, but we got to keep it a buck here, man. How many black chicks y'all know in her position would have met a guy in Nonito's position and be like, yo, nigga, you only got 10 grand in the bank and you're man, get the fuck, I ain't fucking with you, and get on social media and start dragging him. Listen to what she did, and then you wonder why the passport bros exist. Because what we dealing with is a lot. Go ahead, Rachel.
Well, I mean, it's that, and like I have a mouth on me, 100 goddamn percent I do. But but the thing is, I don't talk to my man like that. Like whenever anyone's like, "Oh, go talk to your man," like I'm like, he's my king. I will never talk to him like that. I'll talk to every other motherfucker on the street that disrespects me, and I'll be quick with it. But when it comes to him, whatever he needs, literally, last night one of the boys snuck in the room today, this morning, and he was tossing and turning, and he's like, "Hey, I don't want to. I'm too tired to go with you to drop the kids at school." Mind you, we don't have a fucking 9 to 5, but we both go together and bring our kids to school, and then we come back, and then whether we're gonna go to breakfast, have coffee, or go straight to the gym. Like he's like, I'm not gonna drag him and be
You go
like,
to the gym with your husband?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
What? You're on all cylinders. Go ahead, sis.
yeah. So it doesn't matter to me. Like I'm not gonna drag him and be like, no, you better get your ass up, blah blah blah. This is half your kids. It's literally me giving 100%, Or let me say, it's me giving 70% or 100% when he is only at 30 or 0. And then when I'm the other way, he catches me as well. But I'm never going to disrespect him, damn for sure not in public, and then expect him to respect me, and put me on that pedestal. So it's a power exchange is what I always call it. You give him the power of like your support system, your emotion, your body, every single thing, and he's going to give you safety, security, provide for you, and love back. But if you're not exchanging this energy and all you're doing is be like, me, give me everything, it's not gonna work.
Everything you said, there are so many women that'll listen to you and call you brainwashed, call you a pick me, and anything negative that I could think that these women say. But that's natural to you. Can I ask why your behavior is so second nature to you?
I grew up, actually, yeah, I don't think that, so my grandparents on both sides, they were married for until my grandparents both, rest in peace, both died together pretty much, right? Like within years of each other. My parents were together. I saw how, there was a time where my mom was in school, nursing school, still graduating. My dad was working, holding the family together. He'd pick her up from work and drop her off from work. We'd be in the parking lot at midnight picking her up. And then it switched, right? My dad was an airline mechanic, but he didn't make the money my mom did. My mom was a registered nurse making 10 grand a month in California. You know
Mm.
what I mean? And that power exchange changed. But then my dad was able to, bring us to the practices, the competitions, and blah blah blah. And my mom paid for it. He did the laundry if she was too tired because she got home at 12:30, still needed to eat and go to bed, and then work the next day. So I always saw this, how the economy of the relationship changed, and it always still worked out. It was never where they were both high and they're like, nah. First of all, my dad, he could have done that, right? My dad could have been like, at the time where my mom was going to school, he's like, I don't care. You still need to you still need to take care of Rachel. You need to do this. You need to do that. I'm the breadwinner. Same thing otherwise. When my mom was the breadwinner, she didn't degrade my dad. She sent him back to school to get whatever he needed to be the airline mechanic. It's never a talk down, because how is this person supposed to be better for you if you degrade them and devalue them and take away their respect for themselves?
Oh my God. This is perfect. And everyone, please, I hope y'all taking, well, y'all ain't taking notes because y'all all agreeing. Yo, Rachel, everything you just said, see, it makes sense to us.
Yeah.
But the problem in my community is these women, they think their education and their bank account equals power over the person that they're dealing with.
How
In other
so
words,
if these women, oh, sorry. How
go-
so if these women are not making the bread that they want and they're looking for a realm of class that is 6 to 8 times what they make?
they say, I'm sure you've heard the term boss bitch.
Yes.
Um, there are some women that they're doing pretty well for themselves. Let's just say they're making 10 racks a month, which is really good. Um, they'll get on a dating show. Magically, those women will end up on a dating show because they can't find a man. So they'll end up on a dating show somewhere on YouTube or Instagram, whatever. They're on Cynthia G's show, and she's doing a dating show. And they'll tell you they don't want to date a man that's making less than them. Right.
Mhm.
And my thing is this: if you get with a man that's making more than you, then it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter. because you're going to expect that man to take care of you. So therefore, what you make doesn't matter. As a woman, it doesn't matter. You want him to pay for every fucking thing anyway.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So these things, it never made sense to me. It never made sense. And on average, the average black man in America makes $42,000. The average black woman makes $10,000 less than that. And then you'll have these women that make more than their man say, "Oh man, well, you know, why should I submit to you?" Because submit is such a bad word in my community to women. Submit.
Well,
It's not a
honestly, I
good
think
word.
that I think the thing is, and I was talking with someone who was creating like a male dominated kind of workshop. And he was asking me for my feedback, and he used the word submissive, and both me and Nonito said no. And he was like, why? He's like, they should submit. And his, I remember his logo was a lion and a lioness, and he goes, that lion's protecting you, she has to be cooperative. I
Y'all
feel
heard
like
that?
cooperative gives more power to both sides than being submissive. Submissive kind of is like BDSM, like, all right, put handcuffs on me and just tell me when I can eat, right? Cooperative, I feel like is communication between the two on how can I help you, how can I make this work, and how can you help me?
True story. And I've used that the lion pride as an example a few times. You know, the lion, if you watch National Geographic, you'll see the pride walking around. The lions, half the time I've seen him, he's laying in the grass, rolling around and stuff. The lionesses go out and they take down a giraffe or whatever, and then what happens when they're tired trying to protect the kill? Here come the damn hyenas, and the hyenas are dangerous, and they're too tired to fight them off. Who has to come in and protect everything? The lion, the alpha with the big old mane. He has to come in and hold shit down. He has a role. All right, I've been laying in the grass all day. Oh man, here come the damn hyenas laughing and shit. I gotta go chase them off. And that's what he does. That's his role. He watches the babies. He's banging all the females in the pride, and they're reproducing. That's his job.
Okay, I have a question before I forget. So if these men are not good enough, why are they getting impregnated by men that are not good enough?
Whoa! That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo.
What? I'm sorry. I don't know.
I mean, aren't these women just aren't they just not provoking, I don't know the word, but they're just adding on to the problem of the cycle that you're saying. If you're saying this man's genes is not good enough for you, and then you push another one of him out of the, considering maybe it's a boy, right? You're pushing another one out of you into this world. Now you just made a replica of the bad genes that you said that you didn't want to begin with. Am I tripping?
No.
I don't know.
And you know what? Listen, 16% are those bad dudes that we talk about in my community. These are the repeat offenders. These are guys that are in and out of jail. These are guys that got multiple baby mamas from multiple women, and they don't even have a job. But they struck gold in the genetic department. They're over 6 feet tall. A lot of them, they could dunk a basketball. They have all the potential in the world, but they got hazel eyes and good hair. And they look like Timok from The Last Dragon back in '86. So they struck gold in the good looks department so they can get all the coochie they want.
Yeah.
But they don't have a 9 to 5. And those women, they fall for it every time. because they think their kitty cat could change what they got going on up here. And I did a show months ago saying, stop trying to fix these broken men. These women ain't stupid. They know that these guys ain't shit, but their own sexual gratification takes control of what's going on up here. And then before Roe versus Wade got flipped, they chose to keep these children to full term. And then they're screaming and hollering about child support. This is their fault. But somehow, some way, what happens, they're trained that getting married and thinking about marriage in your 20s is too young. So what they do is they legitimately fuck off their prime years from 18 to 35. And between those years, it's hot girl summer, Greek fest, that used to be up here. Y'all know about that. Freaknik in Atlanta, all these black biker weeks. We had a lot of events where you would just bang your life away. Okay. And in between those years, some of those chicks, a majority of those chicks, spit out a kid or two from multiple dudes in some cases. And now when they hit the wall at 35, because gravity takes over, your boobs are not up here anymore. They're down here. All right. Now you got that little gray hair and you're like, oh shit. And now when you go to the club, they don't let you in for free no more. It's like, what's going on? It's called age. It's undefeated. It happens. It's all right. You see this? This wasn't like this 3 years ago. It just happens. It happens. It's okay. But what you going to do now? Then they say, I'm ready to settle down. Now they get on these dating apps. They say, well, I'm on a dating app. Todd Johnson that lived up the block, the little 5'7" dude with the little beer belly and the Coke bottle glasses. I mean, I wasted his resources. Oh, I'm sorry. I dated him a few times. You had no intentions of sleeping with the guy or whatever, but he liked you so much, he took you out on multiple occasions and you gave him the talk. When he asked you to be his girlfriend, you said, I like you like a brother. Biggest mistake in life you can ever tell that to a man, because we don't forget that shit. We do not. Now she wants to give him a chance because now she sees his potential. Now he's knocking on 40. He's reached his financial stride. He's making about 80 to 100K a year. He has no kids. He has an 800 middle credit score. He owns his own home. Now you want to go out? And now he's sitting across from you at the dinner table like, well, he's trying to size you up. What are you bringing him to the table? He's created a small empire for himself. And what are you bringing? An 8-year-old and a baby daddy somewhere that you have no control over. That's not a good deal. So now your boy Todd has become the A side in your life situation. Now he can pick and choose. And if he's smart, he won't choose you. And this is what we're dealing with. So now Todd is saying, yo, no, bitch, you're not the only one. I've been out on several dates and everybody got a kid, or this one's too tall, this one's too fat, this one got all kinds of shit wrong. Hey, I got a passport. I don't have a criminal record. I don't have to stay here. I'm going to take my ass to Germany. I'm going to take my ass to Ghana. I'm going to take my ass to Thailand. I'm going to go to the Philippines because I heard they're looking for me. And he gets on the plane and goes all over the world because he can afford to. And when he comes back, he's told that he's gay and he hates his mother. Rachel, that's what these brothers are dealing with now. This is what they're dealing with. Everything you said, how you treat Nonito, you refer to Nonito as your king. You know how hard that is for these modern women on this soil to refer to their man as a king? Conditional femininity. Can you make your man a plate of food? Well, it depends. What the fuck you mean it depends? Go ahead.
The one thing that they were, again, that guy that I was watching, you notice how the one thing that was their standard before was what you said. It was over 6 feet, hung like a freaking horse, a 6-pack, all these other things. Now that the situation had changed and they just don't want sex now, they want actual stability. Now all of them are saying, oh, it doesn't matter what race he is. And, he just has to make, so you're telling me that he could, and I've seen at, with no people that have billions of dollars, millions of dollars, and they are so unattractive. Don't tell me that you can screw a guy every night that you don't find sexually attractive. You're going to be reaching for that lube every single night, holding your watch, being like, when the fuck is this over? Because the literally only expectation you're having is he needs to make $250,000. That's not going to last. That's not going to last at all. There has to be some level of attraction. If your attraction is his wallet, first of all, I'm probably going on a tangent, but first of all, if I'm a male, no kids, all this other stuff. There's a female that I find attractive. I think she likes me. And then we decide to, get married. I'm like, okay, she's pressuring me to get married. Let's pretend I don't mind that she has a 6-year-old, because 6-year-old's pretty sweet anyway. And I don't have to really do anything. He's already potty trained, so it's fine. You don't think that someone with $250,000 is going to write up a prenup?
That's a whole other thing with these prenups. These women are fighting that prenup, boy.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
They trying to put rat poison in his drink like 2 years after he done.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We have a serious situation, but the women outnumber men. Like, I think the number was like 8 or 9 to 1. And in my community, it's bad over here. And I asked a few shows ago, we got to make a deal, because not everybody has $2 million in the bank so they could live comfortably after they retire, if some of these people are even working. So people need to partner up and start respecting each other and partner up to take care of each other. You just said your grandparents was together forever.
Yeah.
Forever. In some of these countries, divorce is like taboo. Over here,
it's not legal in the Philippines.
It's what?
It's not legal. There's no divorce in the Philippines.
Wow. So you see, over here, if a man, I'll give you a perfect example. Dr. Dre. He divorced and had to cut his wife a check that was retarded.
Mhm.
When I read it and I looked at the numbers, I was counting the zeros, and I said, man.
You lose count.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I looked at that. I said, what? She never got in the booth and bust a rhyme in her life. But you know what? He ain't stunting on that. Because then it dawned on me, the Dre beats, his catalog, whatever he cut, he made that back in a year. He paid that bitch to get away from her. But the problem is, she came up. She came up off of that. And that's what a lot of these women are doing.
Mhm.
They're trying to marry to come up. So one of the things that Kevin Samuel says is that marriage ain't about love. That's just some Disney shit that came along later. You could learn to love. That's all good. But marriage is about being safe nowadays. So when I did the show about making a deal, all of these chicks talking about they could do bad all by themselves, they're saying it sounds cute in your 20s. It might look good in your 30s. Then when you're 40 and your knees start hurting, then your 50s, your eyesight starts going, and then your 60s, you turn around and you're by yourself. It's not cool. You start having these health issues. You understand? We're not bred to be by ourselves.
Yeah, be alone.
Yeah, we're not bred for that.
But my question is, though, if they're tossing out these black men, so are they sleeping with women now? Since all the black men suck? Is there a lot of lesbian black women now?
Whoa!
What? This is a strange era that we're living in right now. I need you to understand something. Shout out to the Democrats, because it's because of them we got trannies giving our children story time now. Let me show you this picture
Oh
just to
God,
show you what I'm talking about.
I'm scared.
Yeah, this is
It's not OnlyFans. Don't get us taken down now, Drew.
no. This was a bit enraging. Let me see if I can find it. This was a bit enraging when I saw it, and I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
You're
Just put that
scaring
up
me.
there. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yep. You
Yeah.
know what's even more frightening? Look in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there children there watching some dude perform like how he sees a woman? This is not what women do. They don't lay on the floor with their legs spread in front of children. That's not what women do. But I want you to look at the adults there. Look at that dude on the far right with the glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
That could either be a high school science teacher, but this is what he enjoys to do in his spare time. You want that guy around your children, man?
Well, I will tell you that I've been looking up online schools. I might start homeschooling the boys because my 9-year-old, Jarrell, the DJ, he skipped a grade, right? So he's in 5th grade. But of course, last semester they started introducing sex ed. And he came home and he goes, "Oh my, I almost got in a fight." And I'm like, "What happened? Who do I have to fight in the parking lot?" And he's like, "No." He goes, and he was super uncomfortable. He was like, "I don't really want to talk about it." I go, "What is it?" And he's all, "It was during sex ed." I go, "Okay, what about it?" Because I'm like, "All right, we're gonna talk about birds and the bees." And he goes, "Well, I got in an argument with one of these kids because the teacher was explaining anal sex, and this kid said something, and he said, 'My mama said that's not how you make babies,' and they got in an argument." I didn't get called because I would have told his teacher like she could go fuck herself. Teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm literally looking at, because I think in Jersey it's mandated that they have to teach anal sex too. I'm pretty effing sure. I know there's like a school board law that they have to teach it. So I'm looking at pulling them out.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I mean that's what they're trying to impress on our kids. And yeah. So the thing is that like we have these. I'm actually happy for when we had COVID, because my son wasn't, I can see what the teacher is teaching him, and he's very disciplined. So he stayed on the Zoom thing. He did his homework and rinse and repeat, but I can walk into his room and see what she's saying and teaching it, where now back in class, I can't, right? And I could control the narratives and the conversations. Like I actually introduced a little sex ed, or the conversation, to having this open conversation, because I had a feeling it was coming. And so I started watching The Circle with my son. The easiest thing to watch because there's no touching or anything, but it opened up conversations because he's all, "Mama, why is that guy wearing lipstick and a wig?" And I'm like, "Well, so," and I like put it on pause and I'm like, "Does it make you feel uncomfortable?" He was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, it's not something you have to do, but just, respect that that's the way that they want to live." And he's like, "But so do they marry women because they're," and I'm like, half the time, actually today he fucking asked me what a lesbian is. And I was like, "Child,
God,
this conversation today. You see my little boy. He's my little boy.
the
He's tiny."
baby.
Yeah. And he asked me today. He goes, "Mama, what's lesbian?" And I'm like, "Oh, we talk about it later, baby." Talk about it later.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're dealing with. And trust me, this is all relevant. passport bros, the treatment of our black women, how they treating black men in this country and in the UK, from what I understand, this is all relevant. This is a behavior. This is deep rooted. Rachel, let
So
me tell
this
you. Go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead. Oh, well, this was connecting over to the fact that what I also see is I think what we did, I would say from the last 10 to 15 years is we glorified being a baby mama, right? And oh, that's my baby daddy, and then you just like dismissed him. It used to be taboo when I grew up. Like you don't go get pregnant before marriage, and if you got pregnant in high school, like people looked at you sideways. Now it's like a rite of passage. They're cool with it, they floss it, they happy about it. Like we're not taking accountability that we're actually giving them props. We're not, but people on the internet do, love, love, love. Yay, single mom. Yay, this and that. I understand there are some single moms that their situations are different, but just highlighting, like, I really think it's when teen moms came into the picture and they highlighted
Yes.
it on MTV. Then everyone was like, I want to be a teen mom too. It looks so cute. And look, I get to be on TV.
I came up like in the 90s. Every chick that I went to high school with, I would say 90% of them, when I ran into them, I graduated in 94. When I ran into them in 95, they were either pregnant or had a baby already. Like 90% of them I ran into, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? There was a baby boom that went completely under the radar
Hmm.
because all of those women I went to school with, their children are, their grandparents, some of them are grandparents now. Their children are grown now, damn near 30. And it bugs me out. In our community, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what you might not know this. Let me give you the accelerated version of what Uncle Sam in America did to my community. Here's what happened. We had the highest marriage ratio prior to 1965. 1965, the government introduced welfare
Mm.
to our community. And what happened was pretty much you had to make a choice. So black women had to make a choice. We will pay for your education. We'll give you food stamps, free light, free gas right here in New York, the projects and everything, public housing. But here was the trade-off. You can't have a man in the house. So some women said, nah, I'm married. We good. We've been making it, so we're going to make it. But there were some women that said, no man in the house. You're going to pay for all of this? And you're going to pay for me to go to school? I'm going to get an education? Get this nigga out my house. And I'm giving you the accelerated version. There's a lot of things in between, but that's what
Yeah.
happened.
No,
Whatever-
yeah, I heard about it on so the Boxing Voice actually has a Discord, and
Mhm.
it's a private Discord, and they were talking about this, about how, that the fathers had disappeared, and I because it was offline, I asked them, I was like, "Can you explain to me why?" And they told me about this. They're like,
Yeah.
they were getting kicked out of the house because the government was going to fund them. So, even if
Mhm.
the man wanted to still be there, they're like, "Nah, you can't be seen in here
Can't be
because I
seen in here.
have sex."
Yeah, and people play games like, oh my God, them people came. Motherfucker had to hide in the closet. Or had to lie and say, "Oh, I'm not. I'm the uncle. I'm just here visiting. I ain't got no money. I'm broke." I've seen heard shit like that. You've seen
Mm.
an excessive amount of dudes walking around the Bronx, walking around Harlem, just aimlessly walking around. Let me tell you how dangerous that was. You're walking around in the 60s. Here's how it goes. The police would just stop, question, and frisk you. That's what they would do. Back then, if you ain't have no ID on you, you can get locked up for that. You didn't want to tell them who you were. You know why? Because they would say, okay, your name and address is right here. Why are you just walking around here, Jake? But you couldn't be out the house because those people was visiting to make sure that your wife was really single with 2 kids and
Mhm.
needed government assistance. You didn't want to tell on yourself. So now your ass getting locked up on some stupid shit. 10 years after that, you got an excessive amount of women going to school, getting an education. All right. And they sprinkle in a little bit of, well, damn, and I got all this education. I'm more educated than my husband,
Mhm.
or soon to be ex-husband. I'm more educated than him. Now I can get a job better than him. Who needs him? 1965 and 1985, these women were independent. I'm strong. I don't need no man. I was born in 75. 85, I was 10 years old. There was a lot of women in my aunt's church that were just independent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of single moms. 85 to 95. Doodle Brown. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's doing everything and acting crazy. And they've gotten away from knowing their men. The reason why I brought up Doodle Brown was because now they were owning being promiscuous, where it was, shh, I'm only 18. I slept with 5 dudes. Now it's, shh, I'm 18. I slept with 18 dudes. What?
Yeah.
And it's like, how the hell did we get here? Well, they don't know who men are. These are the women like, well, why is it that when a man sleeps with an abundance amount of women, he's considered to be the man? But when a woman does it, she's a smut. Listen, I didn't make the rules, but check this out. The man that's doing that, he's also a hoe. He's also a hoe. All right. But why is it that you want to portray yourself to being the worst kind of man out of all men? You don't want to imitate the guy that's going to school to be a doctor or a lawyer or a pro athlete, or you don't want to imitate the guy that's doing something productive. You want to be the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. That says a lot about you. And what they've been doing is they've been owning it, and then they put it in our music. We went through the late 80s and early 90s. We went through something called the conscious era. KRS-One, Public Enemy, X-Clan. We can't have that because there were brothers in New York going to Harlem and getting books, getting knowledge of self. We don't have a flag here. We're just African American. We don't know. A lot of us don't know what part of Africa we come from. So we were getting knowledge of self. The government, they seen that. Oh, we can't have that. Who those niggas in LA? NWA. Let's throw that out there. Boom. We went backwards. NWA came out 89, 90, right? The business took over. Russell Simmons released Onyx. We went back to the Stone Age. Now we're ignorant with shaved heads. Told them I throw your guns in the air. I'm telling you, all of this was by design. All of this is by design. But going all the way back to 65, women are the first teachers in the household. Y'all give birth, y'all provide in the household, y'all cook, y'all clean, y'all take care of the household. And we as men, we go out there and take the hits from bosses we don't like. Your husband takes hits in the ring from motherfuckers he don't like. He's doing it for you guys. These are things we do. And what happens is now, with the help of the government, and this has been in place since the 60s. Now they really think they have women thinking that they can do what men do and that they don't need us. There's no need for us. But what's been happening is their fallback plan, which is these lame dudes who they've called the passport bros.
Mhm.
They're not there because Pookie and Ray Ray that stuck them and left them with a bunch of kids, they're gone. So now they passed the wall, and now they expect these lame dudes to be there to save them to clean up their mess. 3 baby daddies. And I'm supposed to come clean up your mess. Now, fuck you. I'm going to go to the Philippines and find a real wife. And I know you're going to talk shit about me, but that's okay. But wait, they crossed the line because now, why the fuck do they think the rest of the world don't have the internet and they don't see this shit? That is fucking stupid. Let me play this. Let me play this other thing. This had me dying.
Hyenas are vicious animals. You should be very careful, okay? No telling what they'll do. Me, I'm worried. Why should I be worried? Or why should Filipinas be worried? Yes, hyenas exist. But guess what? We Filipinas are the lions and tigers of the jungle. So don't worry, my friend. We can handle and protect ourselves from hyenas. Because why? We are the queens of the jungle. We can protect ourselves from any possible harm and dangers coming from the hyenas. Because all we have to do is and the hyenas will be saying, we Filipinos are the queens of the forest, while hyenas hide in the cave of darkness.
You got to play one of the ones where the girls were clapping back at her, though.
Oh, let me see if I can find those. Let me see, because they came for her.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 3 different. I didn't save any of those. Do you have any of those handy?
Not on my thingy, whichever. I might be able to send it to you. Ah, freak.
Yeah, if you could send it to me on IG, I'll pull it right up.
Okay.
Let me play this for y'all though. Listen to this, and this is the type of shit we dealing with. The brothers are going to find happiness in other countries, right? Listen to this shit, y'all. This is crazy.
I got good news.
Yes.
Every 18 minutes, a black guy is now killed by the police.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15. Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah, I got good news.
Yes.
Every 18 minutes, a black guy is now killed by the police.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15. Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah, I got good news.
What? Who was that? Who?
See
what-
that? I
Where'd
think
you find that?
that was a live stream of a bunch of hyenas, right?
Mhm.
Bunch of black women on the panel, and some smut jumps up there and says, "I got good news." Every 18 seconds, a black man is killed by police, and that fat ass hooker says, "That's what's up. Blue Lives Matter." All of this because brothers are not choosing to deal. That's supposed to make a dude stay. Yeah, okay, you're right. I'm gonna stay.
How come
With your
they
18
have
baby
that?
daddies.
They should cam up.
Yeah, I would love for them to cam up. I would love for them, but nobody on there that I've seen shows their faces. So these fat ass hookers are trolls, and that is why they're single. That is why these brothers are leaving, because it's shit like that. Why that's supposed to make a dude stay?
Yeah. She might be
Please.
the reason you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, exactly. We deal with enough over here. Listen, man, we've helped build this country. We have protected our women. We've taken bullets. We fought in every war. We reserve the right to exercise options. And the dudes that they talk about they have a problem with are the 16% that they chose. Rachel, there's a dude that plays ball with a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He literally looks like a basketball player Rick Fox, just a little younger. He's about 6'5", 6'6", slim dude, right? Handsome brother, right? Handsome brother. He got 5 baby mamas, right?
Mm.
And he's sleeping with the last 2. And he's engaged to be married to another chick. So that's 6 women. And what that chick doesn't know is that once she legally ties a knot with this fool, they're going to garnish the nonsense out of her check because he's not working on the books. And his debt becomes her debt. And he's in the hole for child support. Yeah, so she don't know. And he's sitting there telling me we was at a lounge somewhere, and he's telling me his story. And I'm just looking at him like, bro, I don't identify with any of this bullshit you're talking, but I see how he gets to women. He's taller than me. And he got green eyes or hazel eyes, whatever color, and he got that good hair. And I'm like, yeah. When we was in the lounge, chicks was digging him right there in the lounge.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, you see that? I said, he gonna get another one. He gonna get another one. And those are the dudes that they pick. I'll give you one chick that got bamboozled, but 2 know about 1, 3 know about 2 and 1, 4 know about 3, 2 and 1, and 5 know about all these bitches. And number 6 is saying, "Fuck that! I'm a married a guy." And those are the women that get mad at dudes for getting their passports and going to the fucking Philippines. Are you kidding me? Let's play this one. This one had me rolling.
Hold up, what you say about the Filipinas only understanding very little English? Listen to this video, girl. I'm gonna give you a rundown, okay? Filipinas with very little education. Oh, honey, please, please, please tell me that you can only speak about us if you can be better than us. And clearly, you are so insecure because we take care of your man better than you. We understand perfect English as much as we speak it. And for one, a Filipina like me, for sure, has been to more countries in the world than you. The only place you've ever been with a mind like yours is the back of your man's truck. Hold up. I am being insulted. I'm just going to defend myself, son. Go inside the room. Listen to me. Do not insult us Filipinas because you know nothing about us. All you know is that your men are picking us over you. But then again, we kind of prefer, at least women like me, prefer hard men all the damn time. Iba pa rin ang Pinoy. Tony, please get out. I'm trying to school this woman because she doesn't know jack toot. Don't start with me, honey. I've already made a video before. If your men come to the Philippines or Thailand or any other Asian country, it's because they like Asian spice. We're spicy. We're delicious. We know how to take care of your man and ourselves. And we age well. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they like us? For our skin? They like us for our hospitality? Or they like us for the things we do that we can tell you on TikTok because we might get banned? So don't start with me. Don't make an entire case that, oh, because we're so less, that's why they like us. No, honey. No, we're not less. In fact, we're more expensive. But then we can afford ourselves. You're talking about a very small portion of women who need your men to live. But if you are going to speak about the general population of empowered Filipinas, please, we chose your men. It's not that your men chose us because we speak little English or that we don't have education. Honey, you know, die. Why don't you ask one of your Filipino friends to translate this? Ayaw mi glab ka, kay dili mo mga lami, baho pagibog ilo kung di mo kaligo. Kami, bisan pagpila ka adlaw, lami mi. Dili mi ninyo mapili mo na ko. Ako ninyo, maghilo mo. Ingat. Mwah.
That's Visayan. You can't ask me what that meant. That's Visayan.
What?
You could
What was
rewind
that?
it, right? Visayan is hold on, I'm gonna get no needle because I'm dying to know what she said.
What was that?
It was Filipino, but it's a dialect. So my family is from a different part of the Philippines, and it's completely different. But I want to know what she said. So hold on, I'm gonna get no needle.
Yeah. Yo. Shorty went in. Fuck that. I think she from the Bronx. Yo. Brothers, stay out of that. No. Listen, if you just get the brothers that are just, if you get on your TikTok or whatever, and you just think you see these sisters complaining that these sisters from other countries are just bullying them, it's not that. That's what I'm telling brothers. Please stay out of it. Please stay out of it. It's crazy.
It was in Visayan. Here. She says it in Visayan. It's fast ass Visayan.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Yeah, Nonito, what up, bro?
Can you replay just the part where she says the end part?
All right, let me try. I'm gonna see if I could. I might have to play the whole damn thing. Let me see.
Hold up, what you say about the Filipinas only understanding very little English? Listen to this video, girl. I'm gonna give you a rundown, okay? Filipinas with very little education. Oh, honey, please, please tell me that you can only speak about us if you can be better than us. And clearly, You are so insecure because we take care of your man better than you. We understand perfect English as much as we speak it. And for one, a Filipina like me, for sure, has been to more countries in the world than you. The only place you've ever been with a mind like yours is the back of your man's truck. Hold up. I am being insulted. I'm just going to defend myself. Son, go inside the room. Listen to me. Do not insult us Filipinas because you know nothing about it. All you know is that your men are picking us over you. But then again, we kind of prefer, at least women like me, prefer hard men all the damn time. Iba pa rin ang Pinoy. Tony, please get out. I'm going to school this woman because she doesn't know jack tooth. Don't start with me, honey. I've already made a video before. If your men come to the Philippines or Thailand or any other Asian country, it's because they like Asian spice. We're spicy. We're delicious. We know how to take care of your men and ourselves. And we age well. Why do you think that is? Mm-mm. Why do you think they like us? For our skin? They like us for our hospitality? Or they like us for the things we do that we can tell you on TikTok because we might get banned? So don't start with me. Don't make an entire case that, oh, because we're so less, that's why they like us. No, honey. No, we're not less. In fact, we're more expensive. But then we can afford ourselves. You're talking about a very small portion of women who need your men to live. But if you are going to speak about the general population of empowered Filipinas, honey, please. We chose your men. It's not that your men chose us because we speak little English or that we don't have education. Honey, ginoo ko day. Why don't you ask one of your Filipino friends to translate this? Ayaw mi glabda kay dili mo mga lami baho pagibog ilo kung di mo kaligo. Kami bisan pagpila ka adlaw lami mi. Dili mi ninyo mapili mo na ko ako ninyo maghilo mo. Ingat. Mwah.
Oh, I
Hold
understood.
on. What did you say about
I understood the first part.
What?
Didn't she say like you stink or you don't take a shower?
Yeah, just pretty much we're clean. We're always clean, and you know, our armpits don't smell. We're clean. And she said something about we will not shut up. You know, we will speak. She said something about because she said it really fast. She said something about you know we are not just pretty much we are here like we you know we're here to stay, kind of like that. You know, we're here to stay. We ain't backing down. You know, we're very smart. You know, what else to say?
But she said that she stinks.
Well, she said something about that. That we smell good. We smell really good. Our armpits don't smell. Some shit like that. She said it. She said it really, really fast though. You know, and
She's saying these bitches stink over here.
she's saying that we don't stink. We shower clean. You know, and yeah, that's she was saying all of that stuff, but she said it really, really fast. I'm gonna go send me that link, and then I'm gonna go replay it the whole, every time, just to kind of see what was she saying at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
send me
my
that.
God, man! Thank you, Nonito. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, she was just saying, oh my God, we're not all about that. We're it's just pretty much saying, without saying like we're queen, she's just saying like we're here, we're strong, we smell good,
Musty.
all of that shit that she was saying,
And her armpits musty.
whatever she was saying.
Damn.
I'll go back into it, but she's saying it really, really fast with, very, very passionate, because I'm trying to catch the beginning, which was we smell good, and then she was like, when she was saying it, it's just that I was trying to hold on to, the first thing that she said. So,
Oh man, Well,
Send me the link though.
I will. Thank you, Nonito.
Yeah, see,
Listen,
so people in the chats are saying it's Tagalog. It's not, because I understand Tagalog, which is the national language. And then it's there's 7,000 fucking islands, and there's different dialects. So he understands that dialect, and I understand it, but not as fast as she was fucking saying it. So send me the link. I'm gonna send it to him. He's watching the fight right now.
oh, Navarrete.
Yeah, I walked in on it a little bit and was like,
I'm gonna send it to you right now. I'm fucked up. Send it from here.
but I caught the first when you replayed it, and I heard she's like, we take showers and something about not like some guys stink. I was like, damn.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. But hey, man. Oh, hey, Shauna, you got here late. You don't know what's going on. Oh my God. No, Shauna. There's a few Filipinas that I asked you to listen to, but how about this, Shauna? Here's what you do. Go listen to all the black women that's been shitting on all the women in all the countries that these brothers are going to looking for love, looking for wives. Because what's happening now is that the women in these countries are getting disrespected and they're clapping back. That's what this is. This isn't just dumping on a Black American Woman Day. This is not what this is. All right, you got to check the temperature of the room before you walk in it. You understand? This is the response, and this is what happens. I got more. Since we're on that shit, let's go.
Y'all really know why they prefer Filipinas now? Because we always wash our meow meow.
See, I
We
told
don't
you.
we wash. So it smells good 24/7, baby. Beat that. Y'all really know why they
Okay, legit. Like, I'm gonna get a little personal, but literally, your mom teaches you to clean down there when you wake up and before you go to bed. And when you go to the Philippines, what you'll notice in the women's section is they don't even have like the small, what is the big not douche, but the just the vaginal cleansing cream, right? The one that it's supposed to be gentle. They even have a pocket size to put in your purse. And these women bring it around. So feminine hygiene is huge in the Philippines. Huge.
Wow. What's the STD ratio over there? Do you know?
No, I looked at it a long time ago. It's not high because a lot of them, like I said, a lot of it's a Catholic dominated country. And it's really, really, really super frowned upon if you have a child outside of marriage.
And you see, that's the opposite here. It's like a rite of passage to be a baby mama.
Not there. You don't
high STD ratio over here. You know, I think the highest STD ratio is right here in my borough in the Bronx, in all of the city, in the Fordham Road area, because everybody over there is fucking. It's crazy. It's crazy. And let me tell you, dudes, we talk. There's a lot of things that I hear about women not taking care of their kitty cat. Listen, I think I told this story when I first started my channel about, I took Shorty home and she had the donkey. And this is way back when I lived at my mama crib. And, 3 a.m, you sneak in, you know what I'm saying? And when she came out those tights, I was like, I was hoping it was me. I was like, no, that's not her. That's not her. That's not her. It was her. It was her. And there was no way you could not ignore it. You could not ignore it. I mean, that stench literally almost turned me into Ghost Rider. Spirit of Vengeance. I mean, my skull was on fire. That was messed up, man. And she had oh man, she had y'all know Cherokee Diaz? Y'all know her? It was like along those lines. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tear that up. TZ Frank. I'm thinking that's exactly what was going on. Exactly. That was exactly what was popping. Man. Oh my God. That's exactly what was going on. She had some shit. She was making cakes and cupcakes, all kinds of yeast. Yes.
Ugh. It's
Yeah,
not supposed to smell.
I thought I was gonna die.
It's not supposed to smell.
It's not supposed to smell like that. You can't. There's nothing you can tell me. Let me see if I could send you that.
No. He just asked me. He grabbed the phone. He's like, just show me the podcast, and he's just gonna rewind it. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's what he came back. He wants to know what she said.
So let me play something else. These are our women, y'all. These are our women. Let me play this for you. Look at this, y'all.
Get me out of Jamaica because these niggas said they don't eat pussy and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat pussy. Ziggy Marley, that's why you paddling alone, because you're not eating pussy. You rather stay here to eat pussy. Why then you don't want a green card? Eat some pussy and get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah.
What the?
Those are our queens, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the women we protecting, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what city she's from. She got to be from the East, though, because I'm listening to her. She probably from New York, but she might be maybe Chicago, maybe Detroit. But she from up north, East Coast, gotta be. But that's online forever. And the probability of her being a mother is 50-50.
And she posted it. Oh my God.
These are the women. But the passport bros, though, right? And here's another thing. They're saying the passport bros are pedos and they can't handle real women. That was a real woman, by the way. They can't, they ain't got no game. They're lames. But they're supposed to stay in America and tame that shit. That's a wife, fellas. That's a wife. That's a wife right there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is the shit we got to deal with. Oh wait, there's more. There's more. Here we go. Brazil.
I have my own hair, natural hair. You see, I don't have silicone. Part of my body. Okay, you see this? Natural, baby. So you need to review your conceptions about when you say women are ugly or women from Brazil are ugly. No, baby. We are natural. We are natural women. That's why so many black men are coming to my country, because they want to find a natural woman. Okay. I have my
own.
I ain't even get to Africa. I'm gonna leave that for another show.
Well, I have a question. So the girl that was on the beach, does she think that that's what a queen acts like?
Rachel, my community has some explaining to do, because you're on the outside looking in and you're seeing that like, yo, what the fuck? Everybody around the world is like, what the fuck? But in my community, it's yes, girl. They don't eat no box, girl. Go find a West Indian that will do that, girl. We got some work to do. It's called accountability. Accountability to Black women in America is like asking them to take accountability for any fucking thing is Floyd Mayweather's defense, because they don't know nothing about it. They Philly shell that motherfucker right off the shoulder, off the top of the head. They don't have it. And these are the options. And these are why passport bros exist. But meanwhile, what they're blaming the passport bros for doing, they've been doing for decades. 80,000. I just learned the number. I just learned the number yesterday. 80,000 women, single or not, travel to these foreign countries. Right? There's a lot of black women in those numbers. They've been going on these sex trips for years, sleeping with underage boys in Jamaica and Africa for years. And it's just now coming out because these brothers they're grown now and they're talking about it. They've been doing this for years. How Stella Got Her Groove Back, that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's just there was a lot of things left out of that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things left out of that. But women been going down, like that video I just shown you, they've been going down to Jamaica on these girls' trips, getting their backs knocked out of alignment for decades now. I know that to be true. That is an absolute truth. Absolute truth. Okay. These women that accuse these passport bros for doing their thing, they've been doing it for decades. They're the pedophiles. I mean, they're sleeping with 14-year-olds down there. This is all true. And they've been doing it for years, and men have known about it. We just ain't bother with them. We ain't bother them because those aren't the women that these dudes was looking for. Now these brothers they're not going down there for free sex, as they put it out. They're going down there looking for wives. That's what the passport bros are doing. But how about this? Even if men were going on sex trips or whatever, so what? The women been doing it too. How many women have gone down there and really did How Stella Got Her Groove Back and came back with a husband? I'm sure maybe one or two, but out of how many? 100? 1 or 2 out of 100? Get out of here. You heard what that hoe said? A green card? Get the fuck out of here. This is what we're doing here. This is what I don't want for our community. These black women should have remained silent and left them passport bros alone, because now what's happening is people are starting to do research. They have entire college classes that these women are taking. There's a book called Pursuit of Happiness, not the Will Smith. It's called Pursuit of Happiness, where they glorify and make it look good that these women go on girl trips to these countries to pursue these short-term relationships, and they make it sound so eloquent in the writing. I said, no, this is bullshit. They're going out there and having sex.
Yeah.
And then coming back like it's all good. What they're doing. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But see, here's the thing. Again, the passport bros, that's not what those guys are doing. A black man that was a lawyer by trade was in, I forget which country, but this was a couple of days ago. He was down there vacationing and took a picture in the wrong neighborhood, and some drug dealers ran up and shot him and killed him. This was a married black man who's married to a black woman. He was a lawyer by trade, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong damn time. He was murdered. And these fucking hyena bitches celebrated that man's death thinking he was a passport bro. And this is what we deal with. He had nothing to do with anything. And this is how he was treated. So these brothers they're supposed to stay here for that? I think not. What you got there?
Oh, he put it on a whiteboard.
Oh shit. All right. What'd you say?
She said, don't. We are delicious, and y'all armpit smells when you miss a day of shower. Give us a few days without, and we are still delicious. You can't mess with this. If I was you, just shut your mouth. Say something about stinky arm.
Let me tell you something. These Thank you.
I gotta get it right, man. I gotta get it right.
Thank you. And you know what? I'm rocking with them. I'm rocking with them because they should have minded their damn business.
Well, and that's I think like some people, I don't know if they were just coming in and they're wondering why we're highlighting it. I think Juice TOS was saying why we're giving them as an example. The thing is we're not giving them as an example per se, but you know, for a male at least, or even women that are not in this, even Black women that are not in this conversation, need to check their girlfriend that's talking like this, because the heat is coming because they put, you know, a huge community of women from different countries out thinking they weren't going to say anything. And so now that the heat's coming on and you know, they're of course clapping back, you have to remember who started it. And
That's right.
that's why I'm sure there are plenty of women that, you know, treat their man correctly, Drew's wife for example, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the war that has started internationally, and the only person that can blame that can be blamed for this situation now is the Black women who started it, that group of people. We're not talking about in general. We're talking about a certain select group.
That's absolutely correct. And Salute Kane, he said, Black men don't celebrate Black women dying. Now let's rewind back when Kevin Samuels died. Yep. They were damn near having full-blown parties and celebrating. And now a brother in another country that got killed over something he had nothing to do with, who was a married man, they thought he was a passport bro. And yeah, Shauna, if you missed this, I'll run it back for you. Where is that?
It's crazy.
I got good news.
Yes.
Every 18 minutes, a Black guy is now killed by the police.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15. Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah, I got good news.
There you go.
Yes.
Every 18 minutes, a Black guy is now killed by the police.
That's what's up.
She said we could get it down to 15 minutes.
Like get down to 15. Yeah. Salute to that nigga bitch. Okay. I'm a Black man and I got
imagine being married to her or dating her.
No, I couldn't because I'd be in prison. No, wait, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna go that far. I couldn't be married to her because I'd have left her ass. How about this? I'm such a great judge of character. I'd have paid for the meal and left her there. Bitch. What in the name of ignorance? What was that?
Well, let me hear that again when her dad, her brother, her cousin, her son gets shot.
And you know what? She probably got all of it. She probably got a dad, a cousin, and a son. Son husbands. You want to see something else that was horribly disturbing? I'll show it to you. And I need you to, this is the real thing. I'm gonna upload this real quick. This is a real thing, and she kind of went viral for this. Where is that? Where the fuck is it? This woman went. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, here it is. She went viral for this. All right, and yeah. This was just watch this. It's loading. Because just watch.
I fucked the guy and his mom.
His stepmom.
No, his like birth mother. And she sucked his dick like. Yeah, it was great. Once he looked at her and told her, yo, come do what you do best, it was downhill from come do what you do best. She started sucking his dick, and then at one point they looked at me and he was like, come suck this dick. And I was like, why a block sucked his dick too? We both sucked his dick. Together.
That is...
And she's proud of that.
Thank you.
And first of all, I'm walking out if your mom's in the room. I'm like, I have visuals now. This is not good. I have visuals of Nonito's mom. No. Now I'm gonna have nightmares. Now I'm gonna have to sleep in my son's room, so then I don't have nightmares tonight. Like what the?
He gave her an out. That was the point where she was supposed to lie and say, "Oh no, that was his stepmom." So you was like, "Okay, there's no blood relation." No, she said,
or adopted,
yeah,
foster,
right, something like that. You know,
Mhm.
she said, "No, her blood mom," and I'm like, "That's crazy." But then I thought about it. I totally believe it. We got a lot of son husbands out here.
Oh,
We got
that's.
a
I
lot of-
was like, what are you saying? Like, you kept saying that, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to Google that when I
Yeah.
get off the thing. I
Those are
didn't know.
dudes. Those are beyond mama's boys. That dude that she described was a son husband. These are women that get pregnant by these dudes, and for whatever reason, the dude's not around anymore. He could be dead. He could be in prison. But this young man grows up, and the woman is a pervert. Woman's a pervert. This motherfucker from the Dipset, he said his mama taught him how to kiss, French kiss. Y'all remember that?
No, where are you finding these people? Because I'm gonna go completely the opposite direction. Jesus. Like, I mean, I'm just thinking like, you know, the train wreck of this whole thing. Like, okay, I slept with him and his mom, and then hey, we're gonna go to Thanksgiving and it's gonna be at your mom's house and we're gonna get drunk. Is this gonna happen again? If you say you're visiting your mom and she's helping you do your laundry, are y'all having sex while you're over at your mom's house? Jesus.
Jim Jones did an interview a couple of years ago. He said, "Yeah, man, my mama taught me how to French kiss." And it was like, "What do you mean?" Like, he said, "No, like my mama taught me, you know." And then he said, "Yeah, you know, because she had me young." And right when he said that, he tried to like cover it up the next interview. I said, no. She did that shit. I think she had him when she was like 16. But let me be very clear. That behavior is more common than you think. These women are out of order. And when we talk about women being out of order, and I'm talking about black women, they're out of order. They need some direction, when they need some leadership. They need to be submissive to a man that's leading a household. We get all of this. And it's like, fuck y'all. Like I said, I got lucky. I don't know how these brothers are dating out here. It is ridiculous. They're not dating out here. They're getting their passports and getting the fuck out of here. Now, why is it that woman got out there and said that about that? Do y'all know why R. Kelly's fucked up now? And thank you, the Village Brother. Does it make sense why R. Kelly was fucked up now? He was getting pissed on. He was getting sexually abused. So he only knows one way to do it. He only knows one way to do it now. And he's in prison. Rightfully so. Let me be clear. But no one felt sorry for him. No one said, "Oh man, give the man some help." No one said that. This is what we're dealing with here. This is fucked up. Really think about this. Black men are fleeing the country to look for wives, not jump offs. Look, brothers been going over, white men too, been going over the Dominican Republic and sleeping with these girls for years. But passport bros is not that. These men are leaving the country to look for wives to extend their bloodline. And that's a problem. And when me and Dr. Mark, when we've been rough on the women, and then we say, okay, now we got your attention, how do we fix this? What do black women, what do you have to do to repair the black family? Some women are like, we don't know. We're open. Our ears are open. We're trying to listen. We don't know how to fix this. Other women are like, fuck it. Bye, leave. We don't care. Ain't no one checking for them anyway. Well, obviously that's not true, because every time I turn around, there's a fucking video about them from a woman. I'm not paying attention to the simp ass niggas. I saw some simp ass nigga, some fat nigga with glasses. Oh, you see, the problem with you passport bros is you ain't got no game. And because no woman wants you, you're leaving. And then you're leaving and you're talking bad about the black sisters. I'm like, this fat faggot. First of all, he really was. I think he had sugar in his tank. Number one. Number two, Don't get on social media trying to pander to these fucking hyenas just for likes and a paycheck. Nigga, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. The dudes that are doing that, you guys are lost. I hope you talking, but I hope in the meantime you got a wife, my nigga. I was watching O'Shea Duke Jackson, and he some dude that he's cool with put out a video. I was listening to that shit. I got mad. I was like, man, I looked at the dude's picture. I said, hell no. Hell no. Joseph Townsend, salute. Hell no. He's the dude that the chicks don't look at. I hope while he's talking, I hope he's married. I hope he ain't got that problem. Because there's brothers leaving the country that look a hell of a lot better than him. They don't want to deal with bullshit here. For you to make the case for a Black American woman on this soil, you got to make a strong case. She got to be, let me see. She got to be this woman right here. That woman right there on the far right. All right?
There's nothing there.
Oh, I'm sorry. She got to be Cheryl Dorsey, y'all.
A criminal and trial.
She got to be Cheryl Dorsey right here. That's class right there. That's class right there. She got to be Cheryl Dorsey. Get the fuck out of here. She got to be alone. She's classy, salt and pepper hair, retired police sergeant. Come on, man. Stop. Come on, man. But what do these men have to work with here, man? A bitch twerking. Did y'all see the other video? Remember the video I showed of oh, Rachel, I showed so many videos. A woman twerking in the thong and her 4-year-old son was grabbing her butt. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. These are our queens. These are the same women beefing with the passport bros. What about the video I showed y'all with the girl walking with her street walker outfit and she bust her ass, fell on the floor and ripped a loud ass fart? And then her fucking kids, one looked about 5, the other one looked about 3. Why do you have your children out in the nighttime when you walking around looking like a streetwalker? Serious. These are our queens, y'all. Come on. Now, I know a lot of women are going to say, oh, that's not all Black women. I know that. But how about this? Just like they say, not all cops are bad. I would love to see the good ones march and say, those motherfuckers don't represent us. I would love to see that. Just like some of the sisters get on here and say, oh, well, we can't talk to all these girls. What do you want us to do? Everybody got social media. Get on your channel and speak out against that bullshit. Don't argue with me. Speak out against them. This is crazy because I'll just come off as a hater. Kevin Samuels is getting death threats. Dennis Sterling on live right now. People hate him, but point out the lie. And these simps get on here. No. Black men this, Black men that. No, you can't blame us for Black women in America right now are the most free women. The freest woman in any country in this fucking world. And what did they choose to do in abundance? I can get as many abortions as I want. I can have as many lovers as I want. I can have kids and not have the hassle of being married, knowing that you being a single parent, the probability of your child growing up messed up is higher. I can work any job that I want. I can make as much money as any man that I want. But what do you choose to do? A fucking office job. You ain't doing no goddamn construction. You ain't swinging from no goddamn skyscraper, although that pays $100,000 a year. You'll take the $52,000 office job. All of your degrees don't contribute to the infrastructure in this country. So you can do whatever you want to do, but you're choosing to do things that are not beneficial to the goddamn economy. And somehow that's our fault. So when these brothers say, you know what, at least I just want a wife. I want a woman with a fresh pair of ovaries. I want a woman that ain't got no goddamn kids. That with a baby daddy, I ain't got to deal with that shit. You rip him. Oh, why you got to go to China? Why you got to go to the Philippines? Why you got to go to Venezuela? He don't like his mother. He don't like Black women. What about the motherfucking niggas that are going to Nigeria and Africa? You talking about them too? But now what you did, because these men could take you talking about them. You can call us gay, whatever. I had a chick come up to me a couple of years ago. I was at my friend's birthday party. We was at a bar somewhere. Shorty came up to me. She said, "You ain't gonna buy me a drink?" I said, "No." She said, "Oh, you probably a faggot anyway." No. Because I ain't buy her a drink, I was gay.
I legit don't. Before I met Nonito, like I would go to the club all the time. Of course, I used to smoke cigarettes because I was in the military. Quit that. But when I would go, when I was drinking in the club, even in Vegas and stuff like that, guys would come up to me like, "Hey, let me buy you a drink." Dude, I would take the biggest drag out of my cigarette and I'd blow it in their goddamn face. You want to talk about a queen? I pay my own shit. Not looking for a guy to pay for me.
Yeah.
Like I think that their whole thing is completely skewed about what a queen is. And if they're threatened, because I'm going to say that they're threatened by all these other nationalities that are more than willing to take care of the men they are discarding.
Yep.
They call you guys used toys.
Yep.
Then maybe up your game. Maybe act like a woman. A woman is feminine. Guys don't want to be with a masculine female.
Thank you. They in there masculine. We don't want to deal with that.
You can't have two masculines in the house. You cannot. It's not.
You can't. I've been with women, been around women that all they do is F-bomb all day. And it's like, ho, am I on the corner with you drinking a 40? Goddamn. I hope those are real boobs under your damn bubble coat. What the fuck? Look at this.
Oh, come on. See all of this?
Mama, are you okay? Junior, help me!
Oh, thank you, son. Oh, God.
I did not expect that. All these videos and stuff you're showing me is like first time. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'll probably never come back on the show. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing with you.
These are our queens.
What the fuck? Why are you dressing like that with your boys around?
At night. And they're filming it. Yep. These are our queens, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, hold on. You're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. He said Junior help. And she shit her pants on the way down. Do you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Who parts that loud?
That's a waist binder on. I guarantee it. She can't breathe.
I love it. That's all right. Yeah, look at this. Now let me be very clear. If this was my son, I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna do. Look at this.
Stop doing that.
This bitch pressure, man. It's fucking bad pressure right here. I swear to God. And the Wi-Fi jumping in this bitch.
No.
I'm finna start coming over here. Fuck
Stop. I told you stop doing that.
It's funny, right?
Sexualizing his mom. That's great.
Yep. That's and then now it makes sense. Shorty with the blonde hair. She definitely was having sex with dude and his mama. You know what I'm saying?
He can't hear you. Don't worry about it. Hold on just a second. What's up? What do you mean? What are you putting him?
What is that? Is that a ferret?
Yeah.
I want one.
Ferret, say hi.
He can't say hi. Go
He
get.
can talk. He can talk.
No, he can't talk.
Hi.
Go get his. Get him a new litter box. Put it in his thing so he could go to bed. Nah, you ain't getting out. I'm not chasing you into bed.
Can we have those in New York? I don't know.
I know Texas can. Oh my God, this guy.
What does he eat?
Just kibbles like this. It's just like it looks like rabbit food or something, but this little screwball.
Does he like hide and shit? Like he gets into stuff?
Oh yeah, he steals one of my slippers from the front door. Then he'll hide it. All like he'll pull it ever so slowly. So he'll pull it for 2 feet, then he'll leave it alone, and then he'll run, and then he'll look to see if anyone's looking. Then he'll pull another 2 feet. So I recorded him one time because I was like, why can't I find? I could only find like one slipper. This fool would drag it all the way underneath my bed, one of each slipper.
Oh, I want one.
Okay, bye, Ferris. Bye.
Right? I
Mhm.
want one. Oh my God, I want.
Teach it tricks. He comes when you call him. You got to keep shiny stuff away. So all my jewelry is always locked in its jewelry case because they'll take it and then they'll hide it. They'll put it in their little nesting spot. But so for now, he gets pissed off and he takes my slipper.
Oh man, he got like a nesting spot like he picked.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's either underneath my bed or it's in my walk-in closet in the corner where all the long dresses are that hit the floor. So he doesn't think I can see him or find him there. I found numerous of my slippers in that closet.
Oh, he just messes with you, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wanted a ferret ever since the 80s. I saw this movie called Beastmaster.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I want a ferret, man. I don't know if we can have him in New York though. Man, he steals shit. He'll drive everyone in here crazy. Steal slippers. Now I want a ferret. Man.
I'll tell you my niece. She's half Filipino. Okay, you guys want to know what a half Filipino, half black look like?
Sure, let's see. Oh. Hi.
Say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Janabelle.
Janabelle, how old are you?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Wait, what you say 15?
No, 5.
Are you in high school now?
No, I'm still in pre-K.
Oh, I thought you was in college.
I'm still in pre-K.
Oh, okay. Because I need help with my algebra.
Can you help him?
Sure.
You know math?
Yes.
Okay, I need help because I can't figure this out. 4 plus 4. I've been having trouble.
You know that? You use your fingers? Okay, use your fingers.
Eight.
Thank you. I've been trying to figure that out all day. Now I'm going to pass my test. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, you go play with your cousin, okay? Bye. Close my door, baby. Okay?
See you in a little bit.
Bye-bye.
Close the door.
Adorable.
She's half black, half Filipina. Her dad's black.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
See, these brothers are going to the Philippines and they're getting it done. You see? Because they don't want to deal with what's out loud. These things are oh, yeah. You're going to like this one.
Oh, God.
You're going to like this one. This one got me aggravated, man.
All in your archives, like, hey, we're gonna super shock Rachel, and
yeah. I mean, because when people are asking, you know, what sort of hoopla, why the women are so mad at the passport bros, and they're like, we don't want to deal with them. Like, what are y'all talking about? This right here. Look at this.
Mac.
That fool, that black idiot, that queen is a part of that community. and she's from Rhode Island, I believe, and she was running for a political position. And what she did for votes was she went to a beach and she twerked on her head in a thong for votes. With all that education, remember I talked about black women being free, education, everything,
Yeah.
and that's what she chose to do. She chose because she's free, right?
Yeah.
She chose to twerk on her head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And around that same time, I found that video of those babies twerking. They don't even have ass to twerk.
No.
And the adults was filming it. And of course, it was a woman who thought it was funny.
You know what would happen if little Jonabelle was doing that shit? She'd probably get a paddle to her ass.
I mean, you know, where are we as a community when we condone that? The black owned, black operated restaurant for us, and then as soon as they had a DJ play music, what those fucking girls get up and start doing? They started twerking all over the place. And then he had to stop everything and said, no, this is not what this is. This is an establishment. I made it for us. This is our community. We're not on here to be acting a fool. If you want to do that, go somewhere else. They went right to Yelp and gave him a thumbs down. They tried to cancel him. All right. In Houston, there's a black turkey wing spot, wherever it is. Rod, this is around Rod Neal's way. All he asks is for black people to come dressed appropriately. This fat black bitch with a gold wig on that has her waist snatched walks into there with a thong on, topless. And it's a family establishment, y'all. That's right, TZ Frank, Turkey Leg Hut in Houston.
Turkey Leg Hut.
Yeah. And she walked in there with her fat ass, nasty, talking about freedom of expression. See, these women will make an excuse for their poor, inadequate behavior. And these are these men's options here. But when they take their passport and get the fuck out of Dodge, they get shamed for doing that. So I tell these brothers, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Don't deal with it. Don't listen to them. Don't let them shame you. Ignore them, because now what's happened is they've done started a war with women from various countries, and let them deal with it. It's not our fight. Fuck that. Fuck them. Because this is the legacy here. Twerking babies. They're allowing their sons to grab ass. They're taking their sons out to film them street walk. And I got other stuff. I ain't going to show it all. But all that stuff.
Going. I'm still thinking. Where was that family going that she was dressed like that? I mean, she had a little kid with an iPad or a Kindle. I mean, were they going to dinner?
No, she said, I need someone to film me street walk because I need to find them a new father. That's all that shit was. And all that's left, that's going to be left in the States is this type of man for them to get.
Such a small fat.
And that's what they deserve.
When you look at videos like that, do you think that underneath those fat pockets it smells?
I gotta think so.
So with heavier women, and I feel like this is where that Filipina girl was, we're gonna bring it full circle, when she said, like, well, your shit stinks pretty much. It's because of those fat layers that when they refuse to lose the weight, like the other dude was talking about, that smells in between. And most I'm just gonna assume most of them don't I don't even know how to do it. Take apart the layer of fat, right? So if I have a fat pocket, I don't feel like they open that up and make sure that they scrub in between there. I don't know.
They need to bathe like you ever saw an animal get bathed?
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got one more to show you.
Oh my God.
This is why you need fathers in the house. Which parent do you think show this little boy how to do this?
I can't do that shit. So I'm just saying he's pretty good. No, yeah, for sure. No, he's learning it from somewhere, and that looks like it's in the middle of the living room, so it's probably just permanently fixed there. I doubt she's taking it down. Or she's bringing him to work.
But we can agree that his dad ain't show him that. Oh man.
You know what's interesting? I'll tell you something. That I think what I can't remember who it was at this point, but how she was saying that black men are romantic, they're strong, and she was listing all the qualities. The funny part is that Nonito thought I actually was into black men when I met him. And he said because of the fact that black men are very masculine, they're their testosterone, they're the way that you guys shape your bodies and stuff like that. And it's because honestly in the Philippines we lack that. You don't get a lot of guys that are that big. I'm not talking down there. I'm literally talking about like structure. Okay.
Wait a minute. So you just called Manny Pacquiao a cheater?
I did.
Was he on steroids?
I can neither confirm nor deny. No comment.
Because he's pretty diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like that's literally and Nonito is not like the biggest deal. Like you've seen him without a shirt on, even when he boxes, it's hard for him to gain weight, and he wants to be like 150 muscle when he decides to retire, like really lift because he can't lift right now anyway.
Yeah.
But he does. We did a testosterone test on him when I can't remember 4 years into our marriage or something. We just wanted to see, and his testosterone is actually high, like in the 700s range, and a black man is at 900, and white men are at 300. But
whoa,
yeah, so women are attracted, and Asians are even less than that. So I see what she's saying because of the fact that we lack that in our own community. So when a black man comes in that has these qualities, as far as I'm speaking for myself, for that we look for in men, security. How am I going to be secure if this skinny ass dude that I'm living with, like, has zero muscle and can't, eat nothing, right? He has no testosterone. He doesn't like his voice sounds really high and all this other stuff. So when a black man comes in, they're all for it because they're like, I feel secure. Let's be honest. Like when you see a man that is big, that has muscle, that's fit, you're like, I can walk down the darkest alley street with him and I feel secure. That's one part of security. Then the other part is, of course, financial security, which can be also built.
Well, that's Nonito's winning in that department with some of these, with the 16% out here that these women are picking. I say y'all winning in that in the financial department because the 16% ain't shit. These motherfuckers is jobless, but somehow, because of their looks, they're the ones getting all the pussy. And the black women are mad because they ain't turn out to be who they were, and they mad at the brothers that the fallback plan brothers that are getting on planes and going to the Philippines.
Yeah,
and that's why we're here. I mean, I could not lift weights for a month, and I get back in the gym for 3 days, and I got veins everywhere. I'm like, God damn. You know, that's genetics, I guess. But god damn, man, I ain't know the testosterone
Mhm.
for 900
I believe so for black men, yeah.
fudge brownie. Yeah, everything's starting to make sense now. So I ain't really pay attention to that stuff. I really didn't do it.
Dude, why don't you I don't know how long this podcast is.
Mm.
I was gonna say, why didn't you get Nonito's take on this?
Oh, I didn't. You know what? I thought he'd be on the panel with you.
Oh, well, I think the fight's over. I can grab him if because you could ask him about the testosterone numbers, but like just what makes a woman or what makes a man stay, you know? I mean, would he stay if I abused him? Not physically, but emotionally and verbally. And how that made him feel. Would he go is he supposed to stay just, within the Filipino community with all of us berating him?
You know, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna have to do this again too because I want to know what it's like because I've never been to the Philippines. I want to know culturally what it's like over there, what a household is like, the family setting, and I'm pretty sure even with technology, not much has changed. But the Black American community, we've gone through several changes. And it's sad to say that it's for the damn worst, man. It's for the worst. We have fucked ourselves. And the only thing that I've said was like 1965. That's where the shit started. Now we've pinpointed it. And now we've identified the problem. And how do we reverse it? Because the result of it are brothers leaving the damn country to go find wives elsewhere. The problem is not the women in the other country. The problem isn't the passport brothers. The problem is how they got started and why they're leaving. And it's like these women don't want to take accountability because they did it. They did it.
It's between accountability and how you perceive a household to be. If you perceive a household to be completely, it's all about me, I run this bitch, blah 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 blah, then you don't need anyone else. Like, why are you upset? Like, why do you want someone now that you're 40? You said you don't need anyone. Now you need someone, right? And I was just thinking when you were talking about that, I was thinking like, who is divorced that I know of in the Philippines, or even separated, because literally all you can do is separate. There's only one couple I know out of all my family and all my friends in the Philippines. There's only one couple I know of.
Over here, it's like women walk away from, and they're the ones walking away from the marriage. And the reasons be like the dumbest shit. And the word that I hear now is, oh, he was toxic. Oh, he was a narcissist. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck does that even mean to you? You wasn't saying that last year. It just sounds, it's the dope thing to say now. But what does that mean? He's toxic.
They found it.
What does that mean? What do you mean he's toxic? He's a toxic Avenger. Remember that dude? His eye hanging out his head. What the fuck? He was a narcissist. What does that mean? He thought highly of himself. What does that mean? And you didn't do nothing. Get the fuck out of here, man. Thank you, Rod. Yeah, we grew apart. That's stupid. No, you wanted more, and you thought this relationship was going to be something that it didn't turn out to be, and now you're heading for the hills. Or you think the grass is greener either by yourself or on the other side with some next dude. It's not. It's not. This is ridiculous, man.
Well, not just that, it's also the fact that a lot of these, I'm just going to assume, a lot of these people have a lustful relationship, right? Like in the beginning, you fucking like jackrabbits, right? And then that dies when you have no idea who the fuck you're sleeping next to. Like that motherfucker right there, that's my best goddamn friend. If I'm pissed, if I'm happy, if I'm sad, he's the one I call. Usually he's right next to me, but usually
right.
That's my best friend. And so if you don't have that established, if that's not the relationship you have and it was purely sexual, unless you're staying in the bedroom 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which I don't think is biologically possible, then what else do you have to offer? What is your relationship built on? And a lot of people don't actually know. And when push comes to shove, when freaking COVID happened and you had to deal with this person 24 hours a day, you're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Usually, I only had to have a cup of coffee with you. I go to my 9 to 5, and then I come home at 7. I'd eat dinner with you, then we go to sleep. So you barely had, what, 2 hours with them that you had to deal with them. And then COVID shoved everyone's asses together. And then what? The divorce rate went up because they're like, who are you? I don't even know
Right.
who you are.
Isn't that crazy how a lot of people like abuse in the house went up during COVID? Motherfuckers started knocking each other's heads off.
Mhm.
And I said, what the hell's that? Yo, listen, I so happened to have had surgery when COVID happened. So I work for transit out here. And my coworkers, some of them were dropping like flies, like dying. So I so happened to be home. I said, oh shit, I ain't going back to work. What the fuck? What's happening? People are dying. But I was home. I had stitches on my ribs and shit. I said, man, I'm no. I called, just sidebar. They was like, look, Reed, don't be in a rush to get back here. We don't even know if we're gonna be here next month. What the fuck? That's how bad it was in New York.
Yeah.
But
You guys all shut down, yeah.
my wife was in a position where there was no rush for her.
Mhm.
So we were home chilling. The kid was homeschooled. We were home chilling because we're a team.
Yeah.
We're a team. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have no headaches.
But most people have used work and anything else as a distraction to not have to connect unless they want pussy or dick. That's it, right?
Yeah,
That's the only one. Once a year, let me take you out on a date because it's our anniversary. They put no effort into it whatsoever. And so it baffles so many people that really know us. Or if you've seen us out anywhere, like literally, we've been like this for 14 years. He made me quit my job. I was working at a urologist office and being an assistant to a doctor. And he was like, I want you to quit. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if how is this gonna be? And we built our relationship off of friendship first, where we could fuck around. We could have we could joke. I could pull pranks on him. We could be serious, all this other stuff. And we could be honest. So ever since then, ever since he had me quit, we've always been in the house together. So, or we go to the gym together. I go to his gym because I have to train him. I go with him to go train somebody else or his friends. I brought him to his haircut the other day. We have more than one car, but we literally are always together. So when, like I said, when COVID happened, it's like, because their relationship wasn't built on anything else besides dick and pussy, everyone fell apart. And then they were getting angry and they couldn't go anywhere because it's lockdown, right? So they couldn't walk out and be like, I need time away from you. You're pissing me off. And instead, the wife doesn't understand, like when he says stop, like give him space. And then he turns around and hits her. And then she hits him back. We were actually, my friend had a small, like 6-person get together during COVID. And she owned a coffee shop. And we're like, dude, we need to get out. Let's get all the parents together. We're going to go out. We're like, you didn't go anywhere. You didn't go anywhere. Okay, let's all test. Because my friend was a doctor. So we tested all of us before we even went.
Oh, that's dope.
We were in the coffee shop. It was closed. But unfortunately, we left the light on. And a cop pulled up. And
oh, no.
Yeah. You know what he said to us? He came in, the owner was there, and she's like, oh, blah, blah. He was like, I just needed a coffee before my shift. So, of course, she made him a coffee, apologized, and we were kind of joking with him because he saw this. We had a DJ system set up and everything, and we're like, so we're not going to jail? And he goes, listen, y'all seem like responsible adults. I have domestic violence cases that I have to go attend to.
Wow.
That's what was so big. Right? Is that instead of dealing with us, giving us tickets and all that stuff, I think he said he had 8 or 9 domestic violence calls he had to respond to. during
Yeah,
COVID.
he needed more than one coffee, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, peace. Oh man, that was bad. You know, Billy Joe Saunders running around beating bitches up in the UK too. I mean, come on. He gave a full class on how to hit a chick when you're in the house with her all day. Not kidding, he really did. He caught heat for it too. Joke or not, that shit I ain't find it funny. But yeah, that was wild out here. But I couldn't identify with that at all. I was in the crib with stitches, and me and the wife, we must have watched every bad movie on Netflix, Sharknado 4, all kinds of stuff, man. We saw, man, we had a ball in here. We had a ball.
We did too. I liked it. I didn't have to get up to bring the kids to school. They had Zoom. We trained together at from 9 to 10:30. We had kettlebells, dumbbells, 2 treadmills, the regular treadmill, and then the manual push treadmill, battle rope. We had fucking all the gym equipment that we could think of here. And so we trained for an hour and a half, and then the boys will be done. Then I would train the boys. They had a competition that whoever can run the fastest on the treadmill and beat each other's time every day.
No, I wish you were here when I did the I did a show on staying in shape. How important is health in your relationship?
It's extremely important. First of all, food is important. Food affects our mood, our hormones, and keeps us healthy, keeps our digestive system healthy. When you are eating stuff, for example, if you are intolerable to certain things, Nonito's intolerable to peas. If he eats peas, it bloats him, fatigues him, etc. So with his fatigue, he's going to get more easier to snap because he's tired, right? For no reason but the fact that he ate something that he's intolerable to. With that being said, first of all, when you exercise, it releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. And so I love starting out my day with working out because it gets me.
Time out, Jessica. I'm sorry. Time out, Rachel. Time out. Hold that thought. You see this?
Who's Drama King?
See, look at that. This is a troll calling me a drama king. Her name, allegedly, because this might be a dude stalking me from my other channel. But if this is a woman, this might be. I had one stalker up here that loves me, but she will never click a link or nothing like that. But this is why dudes are leaving the country and going to the Philippines and finding beautiful women, because they don't want to deal with Jessica B. Thank you for proving my point, bitch. Wrenches, do your job.
Well, she's fucking right. She's fucking drama and you're a king.
That's right. That's right. She's drama and I'm a king. Exactly. Thank you. I'm trying to help the community, but it's because of bitches like Jessica B. Passport bros. They're leaving the country because of hoes like that. So anyway, y'all know what to do. Somebody get her and then smack her. I want to see 300s or 300 like the fucking movie. Put them all in the chat. Send it to the goddamn. Send it to. Thank you. Look, 300, 300. There you go. 300, 300, 300. There you go. You ready to smack her life out. Leave and never return.
I wish I wish YouTube had to tag you into like I don't freaking know. Sometimes Instagram, but Facebook, where you actually have to have a real name or at least a fake real name. Because like I've literally seen, there's one time I saw a troll and I was just on one that day on Nonito's Instagram, and I searched her and I found her and I knew where she worked and blah blah.
Wow. I mean, this is what trolls do. I mean, that's probably the same chick. When I first started this channel, I was talking about issues in our community. And one of the things I spoke on was the health issue in our community. And I said obesity amongst Black women is a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. And this woman kept coming in here and bothering me. And first she came under her social media name, and I went to Instagram and I found her. Of course, it's a fat Black chick with, cherry colored hair and her hair and nails done, but she was overweight. And I don't know if she had a child or not. Hopefully, if you're big like that, you had a child. Hopefully, because if not, there's no excuse. But even if
I
you
was
haven't,
195.
you was 185.
195 when I gave birth to Jay.
Oh yeah, you know what my heaviest was in my life?
What?
I was like 398 at my
How
heaviest.
tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
I'm like 5'1".
Oh wow. Okay.
See?
Yeah. But you see, as I got older, I got hypertension. I still ain't get rid of it. But I said, damn, it's getting a lot harder to dunk a basketball now.
Mm.
I said, you know what? Let me stop eating like I'm 14 years old. Let me get this shit in order.
Yeah.
I got it together. But I'm not telling anyone to do anything that I haven't done already.
Well, what was her excuse? Why was she mad at you? Because you said that people should.
Some of these women are sensitive. Some of these women are sensitive. I'll tell a woman, look, you might want to lose some weight. Then they'll say I'm fat shaming. No, I'm not fat shaming. How about this? Do you know you need to lose weight? Yes or no? And don't start telling me, oh, because big is beautiful, man. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Look. Lizzo's talented. Lizzo's cute in the face. And Lizzo's getting away with being that size because she's youthful. But I'm telling you,
the average can't.
When she ages, something gonna happen. And she can't be proud of how she looks one minute, and then every time I turn around, she's crying about it. That someone says some shit to her about her being overweight. Look, if you don't like her,
Lizzo has money, right? And we're talking about the average. Let's just talk about the average person and the statistics that you gave with the amount of money that is the normal range, right? Okay, so what happens when you do have hypertension, high cholesterol, you can't breathe, you fall down the stairs, and you can't just get back up like I did, because I was 115 this morning, so 115 of my weight, fell down the stairs. No, but your 300-pound self broke numerous bones, right? Who's gonna first of all take care of you? Now you're trying to get on, welfare, Medi-Cal, Medicaid, whatever that can help you, because you're out of work because you can't walk, and now you're gonna go on state disability and all this other fun stuff that we have to pay for, but it's because of your lifestyle choices.
Now, everything you just said is 100% true. But you know who's not going to take care of them? Their husbands, because they don't need no man. Because that's what these black women are saying. They don't need no man. If they fall down the stairs, it would be great if their husband was at the top of the steps, say, "Oh, baby, you all right?" But they don't need no man, though. Right? Now, everything you said, absolutely. If I said it, I hate women. If Donald Trump says it, he hates black women. But the message is still the same. Look, if you look in the mirror and you know you're overweight, you know you're overweight. You know that. They hated Kevin Samuels because you know what he always used to say? He would go down the list, and I'm sure you've heard enough shows. These chicks get on there and start talking shit. How tall are you? 5'1".
Yeah.
Dress size.
I was getting good at it.
Yeah. How tall are you? 5'1". Dress size. 18. How much you weighed the last time you weighed yourself? 220. 5'1", 220? Dress size 18? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta get better. You gotta get better. But what happens in my community is you have a lot of women saying, nope, you're black and you're curvy and you're beautiful and you're a queen and they should accept you how you are. What? For me to, if a man does decide to marry you and you don't change any of those habits, you're going to be one of those fat people that can't get out the goddamn door. So a man is supposed to be
upset that the groom can't pick him up. You ever seen those ones? I don't have video. I don't have a video archive like you do. But have you seen the ones where there's a really big girl and she's like, pick me up, and the dude is trying to, but you can see that she is like 4 times his size, And I'm afraid dude's knees about to go out and it's gonna go the other way. And
Yes.
and then you're gonna get upset, but like they'll smack them and be like, come on, like you're supposed to be able to pick me up. It's their wedding day. And I'm like,
No, she's a fucking look at the chat. She's an offensive lineman. She's bigger than fucking Barry Sanders in his prime. Barry Sanders, what, 5'10, 5'11? Like a little over 200 pounds. These women be his height, heavier than him. And he's supposed to pick her up and walk down the aisle. Man, no. No, this is not supposed to happen. And when we lie to these women, that's what's been happening. These women have been lied to. No, you can be curvy and cute or whatever, but listen, being 5'4", 250 pounds, I don't care how you slice it. It's not healthy. You might be all right now. You might not have diabetes now. You might not have hypertension now. Your joints might not be bad right now. But once you get in your 40s, you're going to start feeling some shit. If you snore in your sleep, that's called sleep apnea. You can have a stroke and die.
mm-hmm.
One of my favorite rappers died like that, Sean Price. Out of nowhere. He just died a few years ago. That fucked me up. I said, whoa. And then when I spoke to Rusty Jux, he said, yo, Sean, when we went on tour, Sean used to snore really loud. I said, oh, shit, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I had sleep apnea. It's not cool. I'm not telling y'all anything that I haven't gone through. It's not cool. I have hypertension now. If I was a pro fighter, I'd have to put that on the goddamn list. King Kong Ortiz, y'all know the drill. You understand? I mean, come on, man. We got to stop lying to these women. Stop telling them that shit, man. This is fucking crazy. Barry Sanders was 204 pounds at 5'8". There's women that are 5'8", damn near 300 pounds, and will insist that they are 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, and all of them hate Cameron Sanders. What are you doing? What are you really doing? In all
And
these
then they say, I need surgery. They don't say they were going to go on a diet or they're going to go to the gym. They say, I need surgery.
Yep.
You know what's crazy to me? Here, and let me, sorry.
Mhm.
If they're going to get surgery, like, all right, so they're thinking just their stomach, right? Their waist area, which is why you're seeing all of a sudden their waistline is completely snatched. But if you're really trying to lose, first of all, when you're trying to lose all that weight and you're trying to and do liposuction, the doctors are only going to allow that within, I think, 10 or 20 pounds of your ideal weight. That's one.
Right.
So if you're 300 pounds and you want to look like you're 120, that's a no-go. Okay. That's why you always see all these people have to lose the amount of weight first before then it's just loose skin. But you can't just suck all of that stuff out. That's one. Number two, when you're doing that, like, okay, now your waist is snatched. Why are your arms so big still? Why do you not, like, you literally look like you're growing a knee out of your inner thigh. What I'm saying, like, they think like, okay, surgery is just gonna be like a one and done. No, dude, like the rest of your body's still big. I'm pretty sure if you had to have this surgery, you have back fat, you have like 3 back rolls underneath your bra. So you're gonna try to get that done too. Then your arms, and then this, and then that.
It's a domino effect, and it doesn't make sense to have it.
No.
It doesn't. That's why I'm saying, weight loss is a lifestyle change.
It is.
What people don't know is you actually feel better when you change how you eat. I noticed that, man. First 50 pounds I lost, I stopped snoring. My wife told me. And I said, all right, well, now it's time to get back into high school shape. You know what I'm saying? On average, I'm between 217 and 220. As long as I see my six-pack, I'm good, man. I'm good. And, I jog every day. You understand? And fellas, let me tell you something. I was all right when I was overweight, but once I dropped like 100 pounds, my wife was like, you got to get up off me. My dick game was back I done turned the clock back to like when I was 18. It got better. And I didn't even realize I was okay before, but now I'm like, whoo, the energy's up. That's why you never skip leg day, y'all.
And your
Mhm.
you know, that getting hard has to do with blood flow. If you're unhealthy and you don't have good circulation, then it's going to restrict it down there.
That's right.
It's science.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's why health is important, y'all. Health is very, very, very important. And it's important to women too, you know. But women are so sensitive, they get mad at Kevin Samuels. And of course, there was a comical element to that. But I mean, get some thick skin, because black men, we've been told that we're scrubs, we're dusty, we're broke, we don't want to settle for them, we're gay, and all of this stuff. We have to, y'all thought I was joking, we have to look like The Rock and make The Rock's money for them to consider us. And even though we may meet the financial criteria, I've seen videos where women say, well, I don't know, what if he's not funny? Did y'all see that video?
I didn't see that one.
Oh my God.
I saw the 27-year-old that was going to go out to a club with a cancer surviving baby sent to her 83-year-old grandma's house. The girl from LA that thought she was a 9. And there's a bunch, the 40-year-old woman or 45 that had 3 kids that was in the car. I didn't see that one. I gotta find that one.
Man, I'm telling you, if y'all never watch Kevin Samuels, and I'm not talking about just highlight clips of him, you know, going back and forth with these chicks, pick a show and watch the whole 2 hours. You will be thoroughly entertained and it'll all make sense. And the only women that can't stand that man are the women that he's talking about. These are delusional women, very delusional. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about European standards. There's something called the BMI. There's something called the BMI. You're supposed to be a certain height and a certain weight. Technically, to my BMI, I'm technically still overweight, but I'm very athletic. The average man doesn't bench press what I bench press. The average man doesn't squat what I squat. That's just what it is. So there are exceptions. I get it, but you get women on Kevin Samuels' show. Y'all heard it. I'm saying I'm big boned. Wait a minute. You're 5'9". You're 280 pounds. That has nothing to do with your bones being big. It's called Burger King. Stop it. The fuck? Can we be realistic for 1 minute? I'm a 10. At 5'9", 300 pounds, you're a 10. In the dress size 24, you're a 10. And you demand a high value man, and you got 3 kids? Shit like that.
Yeah. That's most of their story. It's like I deserve better. I deserve, it's like, and you know what bothers me though is that it really is, it's not based on anything else. It's not based on connection. It's not built on anything else except their money. And that lasts for only so long. Like it just doesn't make sense to me, because like you literally think money is just gonna make everything go away and you're gonna be able to live with this man for the rest of your life, not sexually attracted to him, not wanting to support him, just sitting on your ass at home, and you think this is gonna last. Like we have money. We have money now. We didn't before. We built it together. We have money. But
Right.
you fucking see me wearing Walmart shit.
You have again, it takes a woman to make a stronger man, but you're a woman, Rachel. These are fucking children over here. These are children with unrealistic expectations of what a relationship is. These are children.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just so confused. Like every single one of them is like, he needs to make $250,000. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. I need to have like the best of everything. And I want to live on an island and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the funny part is if they lived in the Philippines, they actually could have everything that they want. But I'm just baffled. I mean, I don't know. It
And
doesn't.
you know what's incredible? They talk about divesting. If you ever hear that word,
Mhm.
divesting is them dating specifically out of their race, white men preferably.
Mhm.
And my response to that is good luck, number one, good luck. But I don't know many white men that are in a certain tax bracket that are looking for black women to make them wives with all of that baggage. If we're not dealing with it, what makes you think Zaddy is going to deal with it? Now, for the purpose of sex, he might sex you because, Zaddy thinks you're exotic. And he'll just do it just to say you did it. But bring you home with that wig and that stomach, I'm just telling you how he would look at it. He ain't dealing with you.
Not just that, bring them home to your parents.
Exactly.
Trying to explain that everything that they had invested into their child to give them the best life, to steer them into the right path, to make the correct decisions, to be protected and not have any children before he settles down, is financially stable, and has a child. And then all of that stuff, a parent would just look at it and be like, what the hell did you do? You
Right.
were so smart, and this is the dumbest decision you can make. We guided you to make the right decisions, and now you're going to bring someone else's problems now into our family. We didn't have grandkids. That's not our grandkid. And now you're paying for a child, 3 kids that isn't even yours.
Thank
I
you.
would be having that same conversation if Jarrell ever did that. He would never do that because I would freaking kill him.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. I mean, look, and I'm not saying women with children are bad people, but I'm saying preferably as a man, especially a man, these women want men in a very big tax bracket.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like those type of people have most of the time they were set up for success from their family. Of course, there's going to be even a smaller percentage of men that just got rich quick somehow, right? Like lottery or whatever. But most of even athletes, a lot of the athletes' families were so invested and coming together, and everyone was pushing them to be great, right? They gave them the best, like, okay, son, I know, I get it. Your teacher gave you an F. Well, fuck your teacher. I'm okay with it. Go and play, pro ball. I know that's what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna support you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about support. Then you have someone that's just coming in to something that was built and then saying, well, I want a piece of it too, plus my 3 kids. Like, that's the delusion of it. Like, someone who has worked their entire life, a 35-year-old, with that kind of direction, has worked their entire life to create the house that he wants, the lifestyle he wants, the cars and everything. And now you're just gonna come in and take part of it and not even
Right.
contribute.
What makes them think that they're entitled to that person's shit after he worked for it?
I don't know.
And if you listen to his show, that's what calls up and fusses with him. These women think that they're so, and that's what we talk about. The entitlement that those women have, the nerve of them, the fucking nerve. And it's disgusting. It's
Well,
disgusting.
when he asked him, like, well, so what do you offer? It's like, give me multiple choice. What are my answers? Like they don't have an answer for it. They don't. It's like they want this, and yet they have absolutely no idea what. Okay, so why do you deserve it? Because I want it. Okay, I understand you want it, but why do you deserve that high? 6 times your tax bracket. Why?
With 1 or 2 kids from 2 different men, and overweight, and these are things that men look at, because these men, a lot of them, whether they came from money, they're trying to protect what they have. or if they got it from the gutter, they're trying to protect what they have. Either way, it's work, and they deserve what they have. They deserve to protect it. And why do they have to share it?
Mm-hmm.
with them? Why? What could she do at 30 plus years old with those children that a 25-year-old with no children can't do? What could she provide? And then when we say things like that, we hate our mothers. These are our mothers of the earth. No, it's not, man. Stop saying that shit. And that's why I told the brothers, you're going to see a lot of these women from all races, cultures, and creeds all over the internet, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They're going to be clapping back at American black women. Brothers, stay out of it. Don't. They started that shit. I saw it with my own two fucking eyes. I've been seeing it for the last 3 or 4 months. I said, okay, they're insulting the passport bros. I get that because they're angry. But we're doing what we do. We're saying, yeah. And they popping up in the Philippines. They popping up in Thailand. And they just saying, yeah, okay, look, I got my shorty. Yeah, that's their revenge. But what's been happening is they've been talking bad about the women in these countries. And now the women are saying, bitch, it ain't even like that. You haven't even left your block. You from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Traveling for you is getting on a goddamn D train and going to the Bronx and back. You haven't even left New York City, bitch. What the fuck you know about the Philippines? What you know about Thailand? What you know about Ghana? Venezuela, bitch. What you talking about? How dare you? You dig what I'm saying? So this is what brothers, stay the fuck out of it, man. Stay out of it. These women that are running their fucking mouth, that woman that they had up on Fox News talking that shit, come to find out she's a single mother to a 9-year-old boy and she got her OnlyFans. She took a picture with her butt wearing some tights. And I'm looking, I was just distracted. Oh, her ass wasn't even fat like that. But I was distracted at the fucking mess around her fucking apartment. Clean your apartment before you take a goddamn picture. What are you doing?
That comes with discipline.
Which these women have none. They have none. And you can tell by looking at them. Rachel, your husband's a professional athlete. You actually practice what you preach. You said y'all go work out. Okay. You look at it. Listen, I'm keeping it a buck. Black women, I get excited when I see them in a gym. But you know the type of black women I see in the gym? They're either excessively old, trying to extend their life, or the ones that are young, had their waist snatched, and all they're doing is fucking on the goddamn Stairmaster or doing squats to try and even out the ratio of their hips to thigh to calf ratio, because everything else is fake. There's 3 women at my gym that actually work out because they're serious about their health. Everybody else is on the gram. They all follow me. And it's a sad state of affairs. I need to see more of my sisters in the fucking gym. But discipline, they don't have the discipline. They'll go from January 1st. We're in February now, Black History Month. It's going to fade. It does every year. It does every fucking year. There is no discipline. These sisters
No
have
discipline and no accountability. The women that were on that channel that were being interviewed that said, "Oh, well, I learned from my mistakes, but I have 3 baby daddies."
3 baby daddies.
I understand. Okay, fine. First condom broke. Now you have a child. It happened 2 more times with 2 different guys. You didn't learn the first time, and then you're still using that as a fucking excuse.
I was young. Yo, this is but the passport bros though. These are these men's options. I was young, 3 baby daddies. I was young, and he's supposed to take his $50,000 a year and split it with them.
Mm-hmm.
For her to be tired of him in 3 years and leave and take half of his shit.
Exactly. Which lends it to the prenup, which if those guys that they did con into marrying them or proposing, and the 250,000 guy says we need to sign a prenup, I guarantee you their asses are going to be booking out of there like pissed off. She's going to have a mouth, but pissed off because they knew what this was about. Like they're like, okay, so this was what it was about. You wanted to marry me and be with me for a year or two or whatever, and then demand half of everything I own.
Listen, I ain't rich, but I ain't broke either. If my household fell apart, that shit'll crush me. You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine these dudes in a big tax bracket, millionaires, and they say, wait a minute, I accepted this bitch with 2 of those kids, 2 different baby daddies, and she was a headache from year 1. Now she unhappy 4 years in, and I gotta break half my shit with her? Yeah, that's a loss.
Yep.
And these are our queens. Listen, man, we got to get together. When I get on here and say, yo, look, how do we fix this? I don't want to be talking about my black sisters like this, but is it a reality? Yes. Am I going to protect them from certain things, but from this shit? No. You make this bed, now you fucking lay in it because I've been talking about this.
Yep.
I've been talking about this. When me and Dr. Mark, we started going in on this shit, a lot of people was like, yo, man, you know, that's kind of me. I said, look, I'm doing this. Chill for a minute. I'm doing it for a reason. Because now I'm bringing it all home. Now I'm saying, okay, now that I got y'all attention, how do we fix this shit? I don't see any answers yet. And now this passport thing just got hot. And now you got women from all over the world clapping back at y'all. This is what I didn't want. I'm not going to fight this fight for you because when I was saying, yo, look, it's this, it's this, it's that, it's this, and I was being vulgar, I was called mean. Kevin Samuels was called toxic and negative and all this other dumb shit. Dennis Sperling, he probably on right now. They talking shit about him and talking shit about all the brothers in the manosphere. I see it. But now look, what y'all going to do now? And I'm telling the black men, don't defend these sisters, man. Don't. They shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You get your a brother was in another country and got murdered. And before they even knew what the story was, they labeled him a passport bro, and they celebrated his death. This is what they think about us. This is what I'm talking about. This is what they think of us. One guy got killed, had nothing to do with nothing. The man was married, and he was a lawyer, and he was an asset to his community. I just played for you a panel with these black women talking about, hey, man, brother get killed every 18 minutes. They celebrating that. This is what they think about us. These are our queens. We're supposed to stop doing what we're doing. And I'm saying we because I'm an advocate for men. I'm happily married. I'm lucky. But I got friends and family that are going through bullshit, and I'd rather them not. And I told them, focus on your purpose, whatever that is, focus on your purpose. The women are going to be there. When you got some bread, get your passport and explore. You might not find a wife over there, but when you're ready, you're not restricted to fucking New York. You're not restricted to the United States. You can go anywhere in this world that you want. You're a black man. You earned it. Our ancestors fought for this country. We're free men. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. We don't have to stay here for some overweight black woman who has a history of talking bad about us. And again, not all the women are like that, but I need to see more of them standing up and talking down on the bitches that talk down on the black men that actually give a shit. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm not just on here just to take shots at black women. I've been talking like, yo, what do we do? How do we fix this? And now look, now y'all deal with, because this ain't men doing this to you. We ignored y'all. Now y'all deal with the Filipinas, the women from Thailand, the Chinese, Japanese, the all countries in Africa, the Canadian women, the Mexican women. Y'all got to deal with all of that. It's coming. I told y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with it. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. Fuck what you heard. It's what you need to hear. Now y'all got to deal with it. Y'all go ahead on TikTok and everything else. I'll play this motherfucker again. I'll play that motherfucker one more time.
They prefer Filipinas now because we always wash our meow meow. We don't wipe, we wash. So it smells good 24/7, baby. Beat that.
She's right.
Now
We
that-
don't have wipes. We don't have like baby wipes or something. You have a spray thingy. It looks like that. Yeah, a mini hose. It's all connected to every single one of the toilets.
Now they're saying y'all pussy stink. What you gonna do?
I didn't say it. I'm just telling you.
I'm saying. Now, how would they know that unless some brothers ain't went down there and spilled the beans already?
Yeah.
Now they're saying your meow meow stink. What you gonna do? I ain't got nothing to do with that. I never been in the Philippines. I ain't got somebody down there. Okay. So what y'all gonna do now? All that twerking and BBLs. I mean, there's an African movement over there right now. I've seen a video. I'm gonna get it next time. They're clowning the Black American women for trying to get shapes like real African women. They're clowning y'all BBLs now. Now what? Look at that. Look at that. Y'all ever seen those women from Zambia? Holy cow. You would think it's BBLs. It's all genetic. It's all genetic. Y'all saw that 6'4" volleyball player? She's mixed. 6'4". Her curves are retarded. She looks like she looks like a cartoon character. It's all natural. She's all hips, legs, and ass. She's 6'4", and she's a pro volleyball player. Look, man, wash that meow meow. Get your ass in the gym. Be a little nicer. Be a little nicer to the men. Keep them here. Stop saying, hey, man, I don't care. We don't want you anyway. Because a lot of the women that are saying that, they're single. And that's the last thing I'm going to say. Stop taking advice from these single women. Because misery loves company. That's some bullshit.
That is true. Why would you take relationship advice for someone who's by themselves?
These women want to be by themselves. They could be bosses all they want. We went from Lauryn Hill to fucking Meg Thee Stallion, man. We fucked up, man. Rachel, thank you so much, man. We definitely gonna do this again. This is my other show. Everyone knows how to find you. Everyone in here is subscribed to you. I'm gonna play my outro on the way out. Let me just give you a brief background. I did this last year. Don't believe anything you see in that damn video as far as me smiling. It was 8 degrees in Times Square. And I couldn't feel my face. And it was cold. It was so cold. And it was ridiculous. Oh, they saying drop your link.
Oh, here, I'll put it on my phone.
Yeah. Man, listen. It was ridiculously cold. Me and my cousin was out there. He got a really nice camera. I said, man, I'm gonna edit my intro. And he was like, all right. I said, cool, man. And I said, oh shit. I can't feel my face. He said, just walk. I said, my face. He said, just keep walking. He said, all right, stand there. I'm gonna go around you twice. Snap your fingers. I said, Mackie, I can't feel my face. Then I couldn't feel my fingers. Oh my God, it was bad. It was all bad, but the production came out good. I came home and I edited it. Oh my God. It was bad business, man. You did it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, that's what it takes for you to be a model.
yeah. Ooh, but I couldn't feel my face, man. Salute to you. when I want to touch this topic again, you know, Nito could jump on. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
want to
need to
know.
talk to Nonito about it. I think
Yeah,
it'd be really interesting.
yeah, I want to know more about what's going on in the island because they was very specific, and I didn't know, to be honest, because I don't know. I didn't know the sisters on the island spoke good English like that. I didn't know. I was very shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And that made it worse. I was like, oh shit, these sisters over here got problems because they would say, oh, they don't speak English and this and that. And I'm looking at these clapbacks. I say, wait a minute, are they from here? No, they're from the island. I said, oh shit, staying out of it.
I'm telling you, we gotta take a trip back to the Philippines. You take your family. We'll get them. We'll get. How old are your kids?
Oh, I have a 15-year-old and I got a 12-year-old.
So if your 12-year-old needs a nanny, the nannies there are about $150 for the entire month. They only get 1 day off. Drivers $100 a month, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Massages are $8. You'll like it there, and you wouldn't need me in Nonito. Everyone
Really?
speaks English. Yeah.
Well,
everyone-
I ain't trying to, you know, I don't want to go on the wrong side of town. You know, shit is real everywhere. I might be bigger than most people, but I can get jumped.
You just can't go south.
South is bad.
That's
It would
where.
be the south side.
Yeah, it's just, but South Island, not even like, so there's Manila. You're fine in Manila. Just don't go down to the furthest island.
Wow, what's over there?
It's the rebellion part of the island where the Muslim territory is. That's actually where Osama bin Laden went to go hide.
What the fuck?
You know that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not playing over there. What?
Just don't go there. I don't go there. Don't go there.
I mean, you can wander down there, but like by accident, or you got to take a boat.
No. You have to take several boats to get down there.
Oh no, don't even worry about that. Nope. No, I don't even want to look at it. Fuck that. It would be a South Island, right? Like the south side of Chicago's fucked off. No. The old South Bronx used to be fucked up. Oh no. Well, thank you, Rachel. I'm gonna play this on the way out. Salute to everybody, the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. This is a great grind. And I'll be in your next live. You know how I do. Make it rain. All right, y'all.
Thanks, Drew. Bye, chat.
Later.